Okay.
Mic check, 1 2
1 2
1 2. Oh mate, I only just got back in time, mate, to be fair. So
you had a hectic day.
Well, I've just had a couple of days off, so you always got to catch up, haven't you, when you get in. But I've done a final bit of admin for the auction because that seems to get on. So but yeah, overall, and thank you very much for those people that are a little bit confused right now. Dave and I have been talking, and as you can see, he's agreed to join me tonight. So thank you very much for keeping me company.
That's all right, buddy. You're welcome.
You will see Dave and I working together a little bit more going forward on the socials. Dave's going to accompany me, and I will accompany Dave. And this is the first step into showing how many of us can work together for the greater good of colourful fish, so to speak. So, how's your day been, bud?
Yeah, not so bad. I mean, it has been a day off, but it's like a busman's holiday, as you know. There's always something to do, and we've moved some more koi down to the shop today, sifted through some nice pieces, and put them into the shop. So we'll announce that on social media tomorrow or the day after, or even Friday evening.
Sweet.
So
and I've had a sneak peek and there's some nice fish in there, mate.
Yeah.
A little bit in awe, if I'm honest. You know.
But
it's what it is. It's always nice to see other people's fish, and there's more fish than customers. So, you know, in my opinion, I wish I could buy some of what you've got. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, the trouble is, it's like how often you go to a restaurant and you order a meal, and the guy next to you orders that, and you get a bit of food in it. You wish you'd have ordered.
True, mate. Yeah, you look over and you look down, and you think, oh, mate.
I think it's the same with. I think it's the same with koi. You're in Japan with people, and you select. You look in your bowl, and then you look in somebody else's bowl, and you're convinced theirs is better.
Yeah. Well, bit of a sort of announcement. The boss wanted another auction doing, so that's what we're doing. Try and make it a little bit more regular, maybe once a fortnight, once a month, or whatever. I'm not quite sure. So busy, it's like. This is really time consuming, as you'll find out soon, Dave. Like, you know.
Oh yeah.
With all the videos, I had to do the videos twice because I weren't right happy with the first ones, how they turned out, because the lighting weren't quite right, and people know that I have to use, because we've got a dark shop, we have to use studio lights to sort of put it so people can actually see the fish. But yeah, so we have to do 2 of them, get them all uploaded, and I have to do a file conversion. Because when you do it on the iPhone, it records in a format that StreamYard doesn't like, just to make it easier. So you have to redo it all. Then you drop them all on. So people don't realise how much work is actually involved in putting one of these together. So on top of that, normal school rules apply with regards to the auctions. For those people that are new, you are entering into a purchase. And like I said, if you're not willing to buy the fish, please do not bid. If you do win, I'll show you where you need to go in a minute on the website to put your details down so we can then send you a payment link to make payment for the koi, which is also coupled with the details for delivery if you want it or if you're collecting, etc. So, but before we go into that, I just need to do a couple of little admin things while people are joining us. Oh, is there a way of making that bigger? Maybe not. It don't matter. That's fine. I bet if I do this, it makes it bigger. Yeah, check me out. Right. So competitions. We have just launched the possibility to win 500 entries into the Yellow Monkey competition that's currently live, or the Marasaka competition that is currently live. So basically, these are all on Insta Wins. So if I click into this, running for a fortnight, you'll see down here, oh, mate, there's already people won a couple. So the lucky people that have already won, they will get 100 entries either into the Yellow Monkey competition, which is a golden koi one, or the Marasaka, which means that they get 100 entries that goes into the final draw, but also it may also couple them up for instant wins. If it was me, I'd definitely go to the Marasaka comps because there's fish to be won on instant wins. However, there's also on these other prizes, if I come across to the Marasaka, basically they're the top fish here where you can see my cursor going about. So they're the ones I selected by picture, and there's some actually better in the instant wins. So you will draw out against one of these fish on an instant win if you're lucky enough. If not, any tickets that you purchase will be put into a prize draw, and we will draw these fish on a live broadcast via Perfect Aquatics competitions page and also Krafty Koi if I set it back up. But that's where I'd go personally. But on top of that, there's a load of other instant wins, I think. So let's have a quick look what there is. So they're all your certified koi. Oh yeah, here we go. There is still £1,000 voucher to be won if you spend over 1,500 quid, which is really good if you're looking to get a new filter, for instance, or even just want to upgrade all your equipment, or alternatively a £400 voucher, which you spend on what you like with no pre-spend. And then there's £1,000 vouchers, £500 vouchers, which I know somebody that's watching has actually won that, and loads of other stuff in there. That's personally where I'd be looking if I was to win 100 tickets. On top of that, this one, the auto feeder one, only one of 5 auto feeders has been won on that, and all the sake still remains outstanding. So the odds on that are now with you guys rather than us. So the more you enter, the more chance you've got for every ticket that doesn't win anything on an instant win. That makes the odds better for the person that's putting the money down. So yeah, plenty going in there, as you can see. All right. Not only that, but we do vouchers, percentage discounts on Sake Akari on the competition as well. What else have we got on there? Anything? There's a Yellow Monkey one. But yeah, enough about that. I think everyone's got the drift. Also, while I've got it, we go back to the main shop. Anybody that wins tonight, if you go to Japanese koi auction winners, all right, just fill this form out that's online, all right, and then we will be in touch with you. Okay, that is where I need you to basically give me the details when you win a fish. We've also got, and we're selling really well. I don't know about you, Dave, because I know you're stocking it now. The Keegan food is also on here as well. So we're expecting delivery in 6 or 7 days on that. However, we've had quite a big influx of orders already waiting for that to be delivered. So what about yourself, Dave? You had much on that?
Yep, yeah, we've had quite a few orders already. A lot of people going for the RG92. They seem to be sticking with that one. I think they're very keen to give that a go, actually.
Yeah, let's have a quick.
And it'll be the one that we're going to use. I'm gonna personally get a load of the Tosai one to use on our systems off-site. So that will give it a good trial on there. But yeah, I'm hopeful for this. I really am.
Yeah, well, like for those people that don't know, and I'm sure you all do already, Dave Lee Hadfield and I obviously put the Koi Show live that's on every Friday at 7:30. And we had Chris Giles from SKS give us a bit of talking, and yeah, it's making all the right noise actually, mate. You know what I like about it, it's very transparent. The science says what the science says. Yeah. Now all we've got to see is whether the science proves what it can do in a koi. And you know, when you put your knowledge against that, Dave, I think that it's got a good chance of being something fairly decent, personally.
Well, most of 85% of it, you're there, you know what's in it. So we know what's in it. We know the science behind it. So it's just now the remain. I mean, often when a food comes out, you've got no idea realistically, have you? But this one, we've got a good indication to start with because of the ingredients into it, actually, and the work that's gone on behind the scenes. Plus, it's already in use in Europe. So I'm pretty sure them guys would have let us know pretty soon if there was anything amiss with it, so to speak.
Well, I've seen some early indications, and from what I'm seeing, it's doing a good job. So fingers crossed we can emulate that.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, people are tuning in. 60 of us in, which is half decent considering we don't do this very often. So let's have a look what we got on today, and then we'll have a look at who's in. I'm just going to put a quick video up, Dave.
Yeah, of course.
So you can see what we got. So
nice Aragoki.
Yeah, I'm expecting that to do well. I mean, it's only a quick snippet, to be fair.
Yeah.
Some half decent fish. Let's go through them one by one. So right quick, nice little Goshki from Aoki.
And we all know how well they do in the water here.
Absolutely. One of my favourites, or one of my favourite fish, is the Asagi, and that is because they change so much.
Yep.
A really clean example for a Hiyatsuri from Sakazumi.
Good pattern.
Deutz Yamabuki from Aoki. Again, bit of a stonking fish, to be fair. One that we don't see lots of, and I've got two tonight, is the He Shower. And we'll discuss that in a little bit more detail, but this is a Ginrin variant. Then the oh God, here we go. I knew I'd forget what it was.
Kikikuru.
Kikikuru, thank you, mate. And a very lovely Tosai example of this. And again, we will talk through this fish in a moment. One I expect to do well tonight is this Becco. Very, very decorative fish. I know you're not keen on these, Dave, but you know, at the eye of the beholder, mate, that is actually a really lovely pattern for a Becco.
Yep.
A really nice Kin Matsuba. Real good reticulation on that fish.
Nice pecs on that as well, mate.
Yeah, the metallics do though, don't they, as well? When you get good ones, they're good.
Yeah.
Yamabuki, everyone's favourite from Izumi. Another He Shower, slightly different, more balancing pattern. But yeah, we'll talk about that again. Another one I expect to run away. Absolute stonking body on this Aragoki. And this is from Miyatora. As is this one, which is the Ginrin Aragoki Chag. Fabulous fish.
These are so popular right now.
Well, I think the numbers will tell us, wouldn't they? See what people are prepared to pay.
Yeah.
This, I think, won't go for the money it deserves because it's a Kajaku, but an absolute stonking Kajaku. A really nice Odokan Gromo, which are fairly rare. from Odacan, but really nice white skin on that. Still a lot of development to come as well.
Yeah.
I can't go without putting a run-of-the-mill Go Sankey Kahaku in there as well. So that's what we're playing for tonight. Favourites, Dave, from your point?
I like the Matsuba, if I'm totally honest. I thought that was quite a nice example.
It's a good video as well, to be fair. That's
nice.
It's doing really well, that video.
And I think, to be honest, I think the Kikikuru was really quite clean.
It's the scalation down the back.
I mean, that zipper down the back there is, you couldn't want for much more than that, could you? Not really.
No, I don't think so, mate. And again, bit of forward vision is all you need on that. But we're going to kick off with this, but not just yet. Do not do anything yet, guys, because I've just got to cover a few rules. Basically, what we will do, let me change that background because it's putting me off. There we go. Few rules. Again, if you make a bid, right, and you're the winning bidder, please fill out the form that I've just showed you. Also, state if you want delivery. Delivery comes at a £30 fee. That fee is not our fee. That's the courier's fee. We don't profit off of it. It is basically what it costs us to transport the winning fish to your address for you to take control of. There must be somebody at home to take control of the fish and sign for it. It won't be left on a doorstep. Ultimately, if you get more than one fish again tonight, they can all go into the same box, and if it's more than one box, I will swallow the cost of the second box, etc. Just to say thank you for bidding on the auction. We are a pet shop, as you can see above, 5-star pet shop license. If there's any problems with a fish when they arrive at yours, you must take a photograph of them in the bag, and then I will work with you in order to satisfy the order. Must say that to cover all the legal jargon. Do you think of anything else on there, Dave? I don't think I think
no, you've got it all covered there, mate.
I'll tell you what, they're bad considering I ain't done an auction for a while. Right then, for those people that don't know, all you simply do, put the bid in into the comments on YouTube. What I will then do is bring it up onto the screen. There may be a little bit of a lag. When the bid starts slowing down, I'll put a 2-minute timer on. What I would advise is, and no one ever listens to this, but please listen, if you want to put a bid on. Don't wait for the 2-minute timer, because if there's a bid come in the 2 minutes, I will restart the clock until the bid stops. Or if it's down to 2 people, I will let 2 people battle it out. All right, so no one will get it for the last bid. It will always go to the highest bidder once the bids dry out. If you're part of the running team and you don't want to bid anymore and you've been part of the bidding war, let us know when you're out, because it gives us the ability to move on as quickly as we can, because I've done a shift today. Dave's not done a shift, but he's always done a shift. And to be perfectly honest, right, we all want an early finish.
Yeah.
So if you've got any questions, please put them in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them.
Is it only streamed on here, Krafty?
It's only on my YouTube channel today, mate. So first one then, guys. This is for a Goshki, and we're starting this one off at £20. So if anyone wants this to start us off at £20, please put it in. Right. A bit rude of me. Plenty of people watching now. 70 people in, which is really nice to see. Let's have a look who's in there. Lee Oliver's in there. Rachel's in here as well. Nice to see Jason Roberts. Paul Windmill. Paul Windmill, I'll see you on Sunday.
Hi,
if you
Paul.
don't like the RG42, don't buy it. Craig Stubbs, great to see different dealers working together rather than stabbing each other in the back. No one stabs each other in the back, mate. We all have opinions, but we're moving forward on that. Dave, question from Lee, why people are bidding on this. Are you open tomorrow? He keeps saying to me he's going to nip down, but he tends not to come. So don't hold your breath, because you'll turn purple.
Yes, we're open tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Fucking part-timers, mate. I also know Rach and Matt are going to come up to see you as well. So they're going to be up to see you soon, mate. Real good customers. And a friend of mine that I serve with, Richie Bass. Shandy, thanks for joining, mate. No one wants this fish for 20 quid. come on, guys, you ain't getting this for 20 quid anywhere. And I'll take 20 quid for it.
And it's Aoki.
I see everywhere else. Oh, God. There we go. New bidder. Not seen this guy before. Colin Gillian, 2399 in at 25. But exclusively are watching. I don't know if it's Ryan or Kev, but welcome along, guys. If you like what you see, put a bid in. I know you're hard up for a few fish. Right then, this one then. Let's have a quick look at it. Tozai 16 cm. Tozai means first year, basically. It's got a nice 3-step pattern, which actually balances out quite nice.
And these do really develop well in the UK water, don't they? We know that. I mean, that will go as dark as anything in between them Benny plates, and then that will just change the look of this completely.
It certainly will. With people, again, Dave, I don't know. I mean, we don't talk like this on our live, okay? No. So people are going to see us in a different angle tonight. Yeah. So I always, when people are buying Tozai, I always tell them to have a 2-year, a 2-year sort of forward vision to see where that fish is going to be in 2 years' time in their pond. Yeah. Not my pond or your pond, but their pond.
It's the trouble is it's very difficult because we've all got eyes and we're all looking for finished koi. A lot of people are still looking for finished koi, even at that size, which, you know, I mean, there's a lot of goshkis that look, you know, they don't look very good at that size because the sumi's not developing enough. But you've just got to give them time, a bit of patience, and you will be rewarded. And we all know when the sumi comes out on these, it just changes the fish completely, doesn't it? It goes from being a nothing fish to something that's really quite nice to look at. And, I mean, this will go the same way.
I mean, there's not a lot of sumi coming up through the Benny either, but again, it's so young that it could change slightly where you get what we call a robin, which is basically the sumi on the outline of the scale, on the end of the scale, starts to then develop a little black mark that follows the edge of the scale, and then we call that robin. And when that comes in, this fish will then become a little bit more traditional. Too many people try for floating Benny in the UK waters, and they fail to achieve it because not many fish can do it, because especially if you're in a hard water area.
Yeah, I'm actually quite enjoying the old style back again, aren't you? Where you get the nice robin and wow.
Well, if I'm honest, Dave, my preference in goshki is more traditional.
Yeah.
And I don't just say that from a selling perspective. For me, I prefer the lighter grey colour with robin and robin going through the Benny as well.
And in fairness, you can see, I mean, I've seen massively expensive floating Benny goshkis in Japan that cost thousands, and even they get the odd stray bit of sumi onto the Benny plate. I mean, it doesn't spoil it for me totally, in fairness. You just got to accept the fact that that's a possibility that can happen even on a fish of that cost.
Yeah, right. I'm going to start 2-minute timer because no one's bidding. All right, it will be on my iPhone. I ain't got anything flash, don't need it. We're going. So if you've got any bids, get them in now. If anything comes in, I will restart the timer until bids stop. So
I can't believe you're not going to get one more bid on that. That's got to be £40-45, I would have thought.
Well, yeah, mate. To be honest, I'll
take
30 quid. That's not a problem. However, you know, people may be seeing some a little bit further up the list, but goshki, this is banging for the money.
Yeah, and who's winning? Rachel's winning.
Yeah, Rachel and Matt. They're the ones doing the grow on. So Dave's in at 40. I'm going to restart that clock.
Yeah.
I'm going to restart it to a minute, guys. So I ain't going to keep dragging it out. Let's do a minute. So you got a minute to win it, basically. Well done, Dave. Worth more than that, guys. But
you've only got to look at what the Nisai. I mean, you've only got to. Well, you've been to Aoki and what his Nisai cost.
Yeah, a lot. and to be fair, it's quite a desirable little pattern. This little.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I put it in the auction. The pattern itself is really quite lovely for a goshki. 45 quid then with Rachel. That's good. I've just reset the clock because I forgot to do it. But any more for any more.
So,
National Koi Show is coming up at the end of the month. So I dare say you'll see some bigger varieties of these because they're quite fun favourites. Yeah. And I know there's a couple that I've seen already that will be showcasing, and they're lovely. But £45 with Rachel. Dave, are you in or you're out, mate? Let me know and I'll end it because there's no more bids on the fish. 40 seconds, 20 seconds left.
Somebody's going to snipe it, are they?
No, they won't snipe it,
they
mate.
Can't snipe anyway because you're going to extend. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Otherwise, mate, it's a little bit unfair on people if they.
Yeah, I think it is.
For the time of the auction.
Yeah.
So going once, going twice. Fair warning, and that is sold. Rach, don't worry about filling anything out just yet, mate.
Well done, Rachel.
I've got your details, but we'll sort that out later on. So well done for that.
Cracking little goshki there.
Be good for your little growing projects as well, Rach, to be perfectly honest. Let me just take this one off now. One of my favourites for the night is this one.
Yeah, nice and light.
So Tanaka Asagi, beautiful little farm up in Niigata. This fish, I've got quite a lot of Asagi in because they're one of my favourites. And at this level, this fish is where I would expect it to be because you don't want them to finish. Now, Dave, you brought up an interesting point when we was talking earlier.
Yeah.
What is one thing that you look out for when you're selecting a Asagi out, mate?
A must for me, realistically, is if you're going to have Benny that comes over the Benny plate and onto the head, it must be symmetrical. It's a big hate of mine if you get one side that comes over and the other side doesn't match it. So, and as you can see on this is very symmetrical. So, yeah, that ticks the boxes. That does.
Well, it's got. I mean, I know it's only 18 cm, right? But
yeah.
How many do you see that are finished at this size, Dave? And again, let's go back to that 2-year vision. Where's it going to be in 2 years? It's going to be going through its best too early.
I mean, if you see one that size and it's too dark already and it's looking wow, and you can stick it straight into a show, you can almost say within 2 you're not going to get 2 years out of that koi. That's going to be done and dusted way before that. Whereas this one, as it develops, you're going to get this scalation darken up, and the Benny plates on the side of it, they're going to enrichen and come stronger. So I can't see along the belly line. Is there anything for me?
Yeah, there is a small amount, mate. Yeah, which is again what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is one fish that develops Benny more than most, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, I'm surprised people ain't just putting a little bit more money down on this one because
it's again, isn't it?
Right. So one thing to look at in the head is very clean as we're seeing it now. It looks quite dark between the eyes, but that is actually translucent.
Yeah.
All right. As that fish and that skull develop,
what
you're seeing on the nose, the skin will thicken into across the head, and there is no little specks in that, which are basically your shimmies that you don't necessarily need. So that head will be beautifully clean as it grows.
If you look down the body as well, them scales are in line.
Yeah, reticulation is superb.
Yeah. That's if you actually take the time to follow that scale pattern through right across the dorsal, you can see they follow in line really quite nicely, which is quite important at that size because a lot of people tend to ignore that at that size, but you will see that if they're not. Once that gets bigger, that will stand out like a sore thumb almost, won't it?
Yeah, and again, 2 years vision. So what are we likely to see in this fish? As it develops, the red that you're seeing is very, very young Benny, all right? Yeah. So it's not going to pop now. It's going to pop in your pond as you feed it. As it grows, it will develop very much like any other fish that has strong development genes in it, okay? So the Benny will enrich around the side of the head. I would expect that the Benny fills the pec fins.
Yeah.
On top of that, the benny in the tail will also increase. And the hope is that the benny will also then encroach into the dorsal fin. That is the benny in the finnage and on the head. Under the lateral line, across the whole of the body, the whole of the belly, that fish should go lovely and red all the way down. So if you've got a window, and a saggy is always a beautiful fish to view side on. One of the best fish, in my opinion, to view from a side angle. From the top, what do we get to see? And this is why I think a saggy is so unique, because you've got so many different elements. The scalation is already showing itself. So what do I mean by that? You can see the individual scales down the body. The reticulation is how uniform it is from the back of the head all the way into the tail. When you follow that, you can put a mirror down that and pretty much get a 1-for-1 liking. That is what makes this so good at such a young age. Now, it will darken up, and them scales will start to grow with the fish, and the sumi that you see inside the scale will then start to push to the center, and then all of a sudden you get this magnificent 3D effect, because the fucarin, which is the skin around the scale, would also start to then grow, and it just provides you with a magnificent looking fish at 2 years plus, you know, and they get fairly big.
I mean, it's not that many years ago that asagis never used to grow very well, did they? But now, wow, the breeders, I mean, there's a lot of breeders put a lot of effort into asagi now, and they do really grow, don't they?
They do. I mean, they don't need the power of Sakai.
No.
These fish should be an elegant fish, but when you start looking at your bigger breeders such as Oya, what's his face, the little Jap? Oh God, his name's just jumped out of my head. There's all the Matsuba as well.
Oh
my
Otsuka.
God. Otsuka, thank you. Otsuka. When you see their fish big, absolutely stunning. Right? But a saggy looks stunning at 40, 50, 60 cm. And actually, I don't think they get enough. I don't get enough credit in the koi world, in my opinion. And they should, because they was one of the originals. You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on it.
Anybody in?
You know, one of my faves, Dave. I've always.
To be honest, asagi. To see a nice one. The trouble is what I was saying. Everybody, they're a hard sell at this size because you've got to read into them. We're so people are used to looking at what an asagi should look like. They look at that, and it's obviously nothing like it. But they've just got to give that time to get to there.
For me, when I started really getting into koi and studying fish, the asagi was the only fish I started on. And I actually think that it brings a lot of learning where you can transfer what you know about asagi into other fish. It really helps you learn, because there's so many different factors about this fish that you can contribute to others. And that's because it's so far left in the breeding side, like in the breeding tree, that some of them traits follow along. You know?
And to be honest, once they hit 55, 60, I think they can look absolutely stunning.
And they can. You've got to start them off, haven't you?
Well
done, Dave. I'm restarting a 1-minute timer.
And, you know, and if you're going to want one to grow on, this is how you want to be purchasing it. Exactly this, like this.
Yeah. And again, you know, this could be an absolute gem at 2 years old if you look after it. You know, and if it don't turn into a world beater, which I'm not trying to say it will, but if it doesn't, you will learn a huge amount from it. And for 45 quid, that's a lot of education.
You've got every chance for that turning out quite nice.
Mate, I do too. I mean, it's one of the fish that I've got a very good eye for, if I'm perfectly honest.
And to be honest, another important, I do like the benny in the tail.
It needs to be there, Dave.
It does. It just sets the whole pattern off, doesn't it? It just sets it when it's in the dorsal. If you can get it just to creep in the dorsal as well, but if you've got a nice underbelly, Benny right across the underbelly there, and then it leads into the tail. It just sets it off beautifully.
Well, I've got an Asagi in the shop that is now 3 years old, and it is only just starting to show Benny. Only just starting.
Yep.
So I've got a 3-year-old that is absolutely beautiful, not dark, light blue, absolutely stunning, and only just.
To be honest,
just starting.
Somebody's out. So it's Dave's.
Thank you, Andy. Dave, we're going to keep the timer running 30 seconds. And
I mean, Krafty, if anybody wants to retune in Friday night to look at an Asagi, we have one to show, don't we?
Mate, I was just talking about that to Alan, actually, on the way home tonight. Absolutely stunning fish.
Yeah.
The canogin in it is special.
Yeah.
10 seconds, looking for another fiver, guys. Don't miss out.
It's cheap, 55.
Going once, twice. Fair warning then. And that is sold to Mr. Cheshire. Thank you, Dave. Well done, mate. Dave, you won't be disappointed with that as a grower, mate. That'll give you a lot of learning in that variety. Well done. Woo! Can tell I ain't done this for a while. I'll let you kick this one off, Dave, because
yes,
I quite like this fish. Well, I don't quite like it. It's a fucking nice fish.
I quite like it. I mean, you can't argue with a pattern like that, can you? And what's pretty impressive with that is how clean it is in between the sumi, which is normally scattered and peppered with sumi. But that looks, I mean, obviously I can't see it like you could with the naked eye, but from what I'm seeing here, that's super clean in between the sumi. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's got the nice black pecks as well, which is a must for me. And that's not far off the pattern that you're all looking to get, isn't it? The checkerboard pattern, you know.
No, for me, so these Sakazumi, I was lucky to get my hands on an unpicked pond out in Japan because of the weather, mate. As you know, it was so it was ridiculous. It was that deep. When I was out there, farms were only just starting to open. So when I got my hands on these, I was like a kid in a sweet shop, mate, because like you said, black pecks are pretty much one of the first things that I see.
Interesting.
One of my first things that I'm looking when I'm looking at the pattern, because a black pecks for me are a must. On top of that, a head pattern is also important. And when you're picking these, it's dead weird because you can't always just go for a balance, because some people like more sumi, some people like more Benny. So it's actually a really nice variety to pick. But like you said, mate, the checkerboard pattern that everyone tries to get, and no one is ever going to achieve it unless they spend thousands. All right. So you have to make a sacrifice and go as close as you can get. So always looking for that. And there are quite a fair few out there that almost emulate that checkerboard pattern, but there's always something that you have to give up. You're not going to get the perfect one. No. And this is a great example of what you can get.
And what you have to remember as well is, because a lot of people can sometimes say, oh, there's a bit too much sumi there for me, but you've got to remember, as that koi grows, the Benny areas are going to get bigger as well. So that will open that fish up and look really quite nice when that's much bigger. So
yeah, Kyle, I agree with that, mate. And I split sumi Benny face is a must.
Yeah.
Again, it comes in all different shapes and you know, different patterns as well. I quite like the fact that it's split down the face. I think that adds so much to the koi. Yeah. For again, 19 cm, good starting basis. When we look at the body on the fish, right, it's got a decent sized head. It's in proportion. You've got a decent set of shoulders. It doesn't pinch in, which is quite important. And we all know, you feed these, they're quite a greedy fish. Quite a greedy fish.
I mean, if you look at that now, Krafty, what is it, 19 cm? Look at the length between the tip of the nose and the beginning of the dorsal already.
Absolutely, and again, people. I've tried teaching this in the past, mate. When you look at the breakdown of what I see, for good fish that we're trying to sell.
Yeah.
Within 10-15 seconds that you're looking at them fish, because you're up against the clock, right? So much passes through. So I've just mentioned the pattern, but you're also looking at the body. You're making sure it's got both eyes. Sometimes miss that one, especially on these fish and Shiro.
Yeah.
All the fins are in place, but then you're also looking at the body conformation, the size of the head, the triangle that you should see in the face with regards to both eyes in alignment, good tip of the nose, the size of the head in comparison to the body, the width of the body, the backbone up from the dorsal, the tip of the dorsal to the. Mate, it's amazing when you actually write down what you're looking for in such a quick time, what your eyes picking up.
Just shows you how instinct takes over, doesn't it?
Yeah,
for us.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, we're not able to sit and stare in a pond for 20 minutes.
Good evening, Alan.
Good evening, Alan. Thank you for joining us. And we also on the live. Okay, Kyle Carter. Let's have a look. Not heard much of Sakazumi before, but if they're all like this, I'm all fins for it. Again, Sakazumi produced lots of different varieties. They very good platinum ogon, very good. We got one later on, Garomo. Single colours, superb. They had quite a lot normal, like Hiyatsuri, and good Ginrin varieties. Get in your hands on them because they sell out so fast.
Yeah.
Everyone always flocks to Shinoda, but ultimately, what do most breeders use?
Yeah, bloodlines.
Shinoda parents, mate. Yeah. You know, so yeah. Again, it doesn't command Shinoda prices, but does it need to? You look at it; it's a good fish. It's got the right and good body. What more do you need?
And sometimes it's crazy, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, there's some breeders producing these now, very, very good. Every bit of Shinoda.
Yeah.
That branding will always command a price, A, from the breeder, and generally B, from whoever's selling it.
You know, again, Sakazumi I couldn't get to last year because I believe it was his dad that passed away. So he locked up his store when I was there, and I always buy a few ponds of fish from him. So I was left a little bit in the lurch last year. So when I was there this year and these were put in front of me, I was celebrating a little bit. I ain't going to lie, because these have been a good sale in the pond, in the shop as well. But I've kept a few to the side, as you do, Dave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's, you know, that just stands out in that bowl, doesn't it? With that pattern, you haven't got. I mean, even if you didn't look any further than what we look at, the pattern alone, you just look at it and go, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, Kyle comes up. He's got one of it's now rocketed to 37 cm.
Yeah.
Right? Again, you know, doesn't have to be from the so-called Shinoda.
No, not one bit.
They don't really have a flagship, mate. They do a lot of the single colors are more, but we could say Showa, Kahaku, Sankey, because most breeders in Japan, that is their go-to flagship. It's just whether or not they command the money. Right, 2-minute timer going on. Matt currently in the lead, but I'm sure we can get another tenner out of people on this one.
I think so.
It's still cheaper than what I would expect in store.
You're going to be hard pushed to get a pattern like that for that type of money. Yeah, here we go.
What we got there? I have a banging Hiyatsuri Kraft sold me and selected for me. Can't afford it. Yeah, Craig, I know you have got some lovely fish. To be fair, Dave, you've just been outbid, mate, by Matt.
Matt's
coming in a 2-horse race.
Yep.
Surprisingly, because we've got 75 people in, I thought there'd be a few more people interested in this.
Yeah,
but,
I mean that
you'll struggle to find such a good balance of colour on this. I think.
Yeah.
With black pecs and a good head pattern. Just saying. There may be some out there that'll have striky pecs.
And clean in between the sumi plate.
Yeah, we didn't mention the sooting, did we?
Yeah, the sooting that these often get, you know, that is so, and you often get it on the head as well, the head area where you see it in between but that's clean as well, Crafty.
I mean, let me just stop the clock there, because I think that's quite an important point, Dave.
Yeah.
It's like, again, lot of people look for complete cleanliness, which is almost impossible for the money that we're looking at today.
Yeah.
Right? In fact, impossible for the money that we're looking at.
Yeah.
However, if you cast your mind back to when Seabay come on the Friday Night Live, he showed us that Hiatsuri that he put out that grew, and that weren't spotlessly clean. In fact, it was probably worse than the sooting on that was probably worse than you're seeing on this fish.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying this is going to turn into a monster, because that's down to you to make that happen. But it's got genetics. It's got the ability to do something. I'm going to start the clock again. There's a minute left.
Well, you've got a head start with 95% what you want there in that fish, haven't you?
You have, mate. You know, I really would like to see this hit 100 quid, because, to be honest, that's where it needs to be.
Yeah.
45 seconds. I'll come on to that question in a minute, Jace, just so you're aware. Another fiver.
Yeah, it ought to be. I think, is David back in?
Oh, we ain't said he's out.
So.
And he's got a couple of these already. So. And his daughter loves them. I ain't putting any pressure on you there, Dave, but you could be the best dad in the world.
So this needs to be David's.
Dave's back in. There you go. Let's restart that clock.
Well done, Dave.
Oh, Matt's back in. 105. Let's restart the clock. Right, looks like a 2-horse race. Feel free to jump in now, guys. It's not just between these two, you know. But it shows both of these two have got some great ponds as well.
Yeah.
So
well,
I know both of these are budding to be show people.
They obviously know how hard it is to get a pattern on one as well.
Yeah, because again, too many people get hung up on pattern as well, mate. In my opinion, if this was to be entered in a show when it's show ready, right? As long as you keep the body looking good, the skin will come, mate. With the right colour food, these absolutely blossom. They're radioactive almost. The heat in them are awesome. Dave Cheshire is back in. 110. I'm going to restart the 1 minute timer. 8 seconds in on that one. Matt's straight back in. He's got a good connection. I like this. Currently a 2-horse race again. If any of you two are out, say so, and I will let the clock run down in case anybody else wants to jump in. Colin Holland, hiya, mate. Glad you tuned in. Good to see you today. Any koi in the UK will have something. All the ones without are left in Japan, pretty much. I would agree with that.
Yeah, and probably still some sooting in Japan as well.
Well, yeah, and they do, mate, don't they?
Yeah,
they look more at body conformation.
Yeah, they don't worry about the odd bit of sooting. No. If everything else is okay, body, etc. Yeah.
So, Kyle, obviously, I know that you know Matt, and it is the tip of the iceberg, mate. But that's where we all started, right? Dave's out. Currently at 130 quid with Matt. Anybody else want in? 30 seconds left on the timer. That's a nice price for that. I'm pleased with that. Thank you very much for all the bids there.
Good fish, though. Somebody's got a nice fish there, mate.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's actually, and Dave, thanks for coming along, mate. It's so much nicer to have a bit.
Yeah, you're welcome.
There's nothing worse than doing these on your own and talking to yourself for a couple of hours. It's so hard. So that's going once, twice, and that is fair warning, and that or is sold to Matt. Well done, Matt. Congratulations, mate. You won't be unhappy with that. And that, again, will be a good growing fish, because I know you're opening that. When you say sooting, are you referring to the sumi leaching into the bed? So the little black dots, they're not really shimmies on this fish, but the black dots in the benny areas. Okay, that's what I'm referring to.
And it can almost look like a dusting across it in certain places. Kind of almost like a dusting of black.
Absolutely. Up to 85 people watching. Thank you very much. Don't forget, hit a like, guys, on there. It doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost me anything. But it it opens up. There's auctions going on, so make sure these are so much better than the WhatsApp auctions because you'll get to hear us talking about the koi, you know, and a lot of people tune in for that as well. Right, one of my faves for the night. Let's get this one going. So this was actually purchased and then the sale fell through. Aoki Deutsch Yamabuki. This come in at 12 cm. And my God, this was the biggest fish in the pond by a country mile by the time of the QT. What makes this fish quite magnificent is the colour. It is very even all the way through the fish. The scalation going down the back is absolutely second to none. In a Deutsch Yami, yeah, absolute must. They have got big apple slice scales going down the lateral line, which is the middle of the fish down the centre of the side flank. Finnage on it, very, very silver with a nice little yellow undertaking in the centre.
And not ragged.
When that fish gets bigger, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. What do you reckon, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about the pecks, you've just mentioned the pecks, because so often on metallic varieties, you see a lot of misshaped pecks, don't we?
Yeah.
And they are really uniformed. And also the yellow in the peck is uniform, which again is nice. And the luster on the tips towards the end of the pecks is just, yeah, it's just how you want it. So very, very nice.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I really do.
And a hard fish to find.
Apple slices.
It's
big head.
Yeah. Difficult fish to find.
Good variant. I mean, with the scalation down the back, and that is literally all the way into the end of the tail.
Yeah.
You know, and remember, guys, that the scales always grow with fish. So on these big, big scales, them scales get bigger with the fish. So when they look big like they do now, imagine that when that fish are not. This is something else that I like to show people. At the minute, the koi has got more of a body like this, but as that fish starts to get a little bit of length and body mass, it starts to open. Right, so the top of the fish, you'll start to see more of the scale come into the eye view, especially if you're a top-down pond. This fish needs more than 60 quid on it. You're going to struggle to find something as good as this for as cheap as that from this breeder, Aoki.
A good example.
Who we know is magnificent at the oddballs, you know.
A really good example of that is if you ever look in Japan at a 50, 60, 70 cm or 65 cm Shisui. Now you look at the size of them scales down the back. They weren't that size at Tosai, of course.
No, you know, let me have a look, see how much one of these at 2 years goes for. Because again, when you're looking at a 2-year variety. Right.
What, from Aoki?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm trying to see a decent example, and there is.
Well, that's even if you can get one, Krafty, after.
Well, let me just share this screen, right? Because is it going to do it? Let me see. Have I got to remove that? Because I'm not sure. Let me just take that away. Right, we need to go there, I think. There you go. Right, I've just put Deutsch Yamabuki in, right? Look at the body on some of these fish are absolutely crap. Right, this one here, far too thin in the tail tube. This one here has got no scalation in the first part. All right, this one here, crap body again. This one, decent. All right, I think that's probably an all Japan koi show fish. Right, but when you start looking down, right, again, when I say that this fish has got a magnificent scalation, just on the Google search, you're not seeing one like we're showcasing here. So again, I don't want to sound like I'm trying to sell it or talk shit, because I'm not. Let's put us back down there. Let's remove you from there, and then over here we'll put you back up. So there you go. I'm just showing that this fish is actually quite beautiful, without trying to talk it up. It's always good to see examples of the fish that you're buying, right?
Well, you know, if you go to Aoki and you're lucky enough to buy one of them in this size, what you've got to charge for it, Krafty.
Well, yeah, you're looking minimum £1,000, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, if you're lucky.
If you can get one. Yeah.
Absolutely. 2-minute timer then, guys.
Yeah, it's worth double that.
A couple more quid. You know, we'll sell it at 60 quid though, because that's the power of the auction. You win some, you lose some. I'm quite surprised though. I thought more people would go with it, especially with the scalation.
Yeah.
As well. And they do get good size, the old Deutsche Yamabuki, especially if you feed them. But 30 seconds left then. Looks like it's going with you, Dave. Colin Gillian, worth another £5, mate.
Without a doubt. Well, it's worth a little bit more than that, actually, but yeah.
Well, if he puts another £5 in, mate, he's definitely going to... Oh, Jason Roberts is in. Restart that clock.
Well done, Jason.
Colin Holland's in. Restart that clock.
Well done, Colin.
And if Colin's in, the rest of you need to be. Miles, you're a little bit behind, mate. Let's get another £5 on that.
There's a 75 there from Dave.
Well done, mate. I didn't see that. Dave Cheshire is back in. Restart. Yeah, he had a look at them today. I know what his game is, mate. He's waiting. I know. It was like, come on then, Kraft. Where's these auction fish? I said, you're not looking. He found them. Oh,
£100. Colin.
Thank you, Colin. Again, still cheap.
Yeah.
We can do another tenner on that. I'll sell it at 100 quid though, but I still think that someone needs to put a £5 on that. Don't let Colin have this fish. He's got too many of the nice fish. Other people need them.
Somebody must have a £5 to put on it. Like, come on. They've got to have.
20 seconds.
No, Colin could get this.
And he might just get it as well, knowing Cole. This is what he does, mate. He piles on at the last minute. But don't be put off by that, guys. No. 10 seconds. Going once. 105 in with Jason. I'm going to restart that clock. Just in time, mate, that was, Jay. There was about 4 seconds left on the clock. Well done. Jason Robbins, 105. Any more for any more? Colin, if you're out, let me know, please. Dave, if you're out, let me know, please. Miles, don't let it go to Jason for 105. Something about selling fish, it's great, isn't it? Just knowing what people buy, put in their pond, and when you get the pictures back to see how well they've done. And it's so
it is. Yeah.
Now, we were saying a couple of weeks ago, you sort of see your fish all year, don't you? You see them develop, and you know you never like lose interest, but it's always good to see other fish in it.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
Often they go out the door, and that's the last time you're ever going to see them, isn't it?
Yeah, quite often. Going once, going twice. That's fair warning, and sold to Jason Roberts.
Well done, Jason.
Thank you very much, mate. I think you may be a new bidder. Just so you're aware, let me just take you through this. So for the benefit of everybody, I think we need to go on this one now, Dave. And then we then add that one to the stage. So if you go to our website, mate, www.perfectaquatics.com, Japanese koi.
26.
Go to koi auction winners. And then if you can fill this form out for us, mate, we will then be in contact, just so you're aware. So, superb. Right, that's that malarkey done. Right, what we're going on to next? Oh, quite a different variety that you don't see many of. So, Takahashi, beautiful medium-sized farm up in the mountains in Niigata. Quite a trek up the mountains, and his farm is absolutely surrounded by. It's got like a massive river going down one side, but then it's got all of these sort of like little like dugout streams. So when you go there in the winter and it's like 6 foot in snow, right? You ain't got a clue where these streams are, man. So it's like hazardous central, and you're walking around, then all of a sudden you just disappear because you just go off of the small beaten track. So was there this year. This guy had an absolutely stonking season. And I think for the variety of fish that was put in front of me, it's probably one of the most enjoyable farms to pick from this year. And what made it really, really good was some of the Ginrin shower that was being brought out. And more importantly, getting your hands on this variety, which you don't see many of, a he shower. So what's the difference between a shower and a he shower? These fairly mirror a Hiat Sori with regards to the pattern, right? However, you'll see on the flanks that you've got white skin as well, and there's also a belly that will also be white. In a normal Hiat Sori, you should have a black and red belly with it. This you see on the fins as well, white fins, which is what it should have. The sumi on this fish, shower-esque, blocks, wraps around the fish. Benny, but with good gin. So the gin is absolutely fabulous. This is too cheap at 50 quid, by the way. What are we expecting to see? Exactly the same sort of development in the shower as we would. Sorry, someone's just messaged me. Knocked my screen off.
55 with Rachel Craft.
Thank you, mate. So the sumi development, exactly the same as we'd see in shower. So it's not finished yet. All right. So where you're seeing in the face, we're expecting to see more come over the face. So you should end up, in my opinion, I think that the bit that comes down over the head and the bit that comes up around the side of your face on the opposite side of the head, they will come together and give you a beautiful split and add a better balance to the sumi and the he divide on this fish, in my opinion. Dave, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think you're pretty accurate with that. I mean, it's actually quite an old school variety now, isn't it? I mean, when I first went to Japan all them years ago, Hiat Zuris were, he showers were, that's most of what you could get.
Yeah.
They were in an abundance out there, but obviously as things changed and modern shower became more and more in demand, these become less and less and less. And now to find really nice examples is difficult.
Yeah, and they're very, very few and far between.
Oh, very few and far between.
Yeah. So if you want something that's fairly difficult to get your hands on, now's your chance. I've got another one of these coming up a bit later on, slightly different with regards to where the white is. However, it doesn't detract away from what this fish, the gin is absolutely really beautiful. You can see it here.
And I've got customers who still prefer the old school style.
Mate, there's many people, I mean, when you look at hobbyists, mate, people don't just collect koi because they're the most magnificent textbook example. No. Mate, when I started collecting koi, I wanted to get one of everything. And I tried my damn hardest to get one of everything. And there's hundreds of people out there that still do that. Yeah. With this sort of variety, very difficult to, a lot of people don't even know they exist, mate, especially new people to the hobby.
Yeah.
I think at the whole time of working down at Perfect now, which is I'm in my 4th year, I think I've only ever had probably 4 or 5 of these, and that was in my first year of trading.
Yeah. You don't. Most breeders now that they're going more modern style shower for sure, aren't they? You're going to see a lot more white on the koi. So,
yeah, and for me, again, if you got a window, another variety that's worth looking at because the pattern is all the way around the body. It's not just top down. When you look at the body conformation on this fish, it's got a good head for a toes eye, decent sized mouth, eyes are well in alignment. You've got, again, a really good distance from the tip of the nose to the first ray of the dorsal. Decent solid shoulder. Again, it can plump up even more so in your ponds, and that's what you guys have to do. You guys feed them. You're the ones that get to see the natural beauty of these as they progress. And remember, And remember, when these koi get big and that body starts to open out at the top, you have to frame that image on, especially around the shoulder end, of what it is that you're going to see. So you're actually going to get a 50-50. You're going to get 50 Sumi, 50 Benny. And I think that's why my eye was drawn to this one. I just think that actually pattern is quite pleasing on this fish, you know, and you don't need this magnificent pattern. It's in every single section, and every single section of that fish has got a different type of pattern, which is what I really like. So that's why it made selection. But 2-minute timer then. Let's get that on for this one. I think we've rattled on enough about that.
Richie's out.
Yeah, I've seen that. Good lad, Richie, mate. Thank you for your support, mate. Currently with Rachel for another one for a grow on tank, no doubt. Kyle Carter, he say, well, if that's old school, it now needs to be made new school. It's stunning. I agree, mate. We don't see enough of them, mate.
No.
No. Any more, guys? Let's see another fiver if we can. 70 quid I'm looking for. This is too cheap at 65 quid and makes me a little bit upset, I'm not going to lie. 22 centimetres. Good size for a tozai as well. Do you get many of these down south, Dave?
No. Used to years and years ago at Ogata, you'd have quite a few years ago, but now, no. You may get the odd one or two each year, what's been thrown out in the spawning, do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, you don't see them in an abundance anymore.
Okay, so that is then sold to Rachel. Well done, Rach. Yeah, you won't be disappointed with that, mate. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't take more than that, especially that it's a nice glittery fish. I ain't gonna lie. Next one. Right, this needs to go for some serious money. I ain't gonna lie, because I've started it off at £1 bid. Right, so get bid in while we talk this up, because there's one trait in this fish that is absolutely, well, there's more than one trait, but one trait particular. The scalation on this Kika Kukuryu is absolutely divine. Absolutely divine. Kyle Carter's taken that at 60, so he's outbid the other two bids that are in already. Dave, go on, mate. Give it.
Yeah, that scalation down the back there, you're not going to get much more uniform down the back there, are you? I mean, you don't often see that. So often you'll see they're misaligned, or you'll go back 2/3 along and there'll be a bigger scale that sticks out. But no, that is head to tail perfect, as good as you're going to get without spending a massive amount more. The pecs again are nice because
superb.
You have to look on Deutz fish all the time, because it is obviously on Deutz fish an inherent problem on certain varieties, but no, they're good. The coloration's nice of them. The head's nice and clean as well.
Yeah, mate, honestly, the more you look at this fish, the more quality you see in it, right? When you start studying it.
Yeah. And to be honest, I feel for you, because, you know, the amount of videos I take of fish, and you never quite capture how good a fish is. It's impossible, isn't it?
It is impossible. Apologies for the dogs barking. There's someone outside me.
But no, that's a nice example. Really, really good example.
Right. Again, the other good quality of this fish is the scalation starts right behind the head.
Yep.
Right. All the way through. Absolutely all the way through. Way through to the tail stop. That and how uniform it is. Guys, this with more body, right? Decent amount of exercise in a good strong flow, right? This fish has got potential in a show. I promise you. And I don't say that about many fish.
No.
Right. But from a tozai perspective, if you was to look after this fish and bring it on properly, you have got a show fish in the making here. And look, that's 125 quid currently. This variety, right, absolutely stunning. Again, think 2 years ahead. What can you achieve in 2 years' time? Well, imagine it at 50 cm.
I mean, they're that. How many did you get of that variety do you think, Krafty, this year?
Quite a lot, mate. But at this standard,
but how many of that standard?
Two most.
Out of how many?
Oh, mate, I would say probably 40 or 50, probably more than that.
So that just shows you the difference, doesn't it? And how difficult they are to find that uniform scalation down the back there. It's not...
And you know something, mate. If we had another row of scales off of the head, right? So you've got 3 lines of scales just coming off that.
Yep.
That would be the best yellow monkey that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is what this is. It's a variant of the yellow monkey.
Yeah.
But this one would absolutely slap any yellow monkey's ass because it is more. What's the word I'm looking for? It is what a Deutz fish should look like, right? And believe it or not, the yellow monkeys with the extra scalation, that will automatically be a massive demerit because in a show, the linear scale down the back on a Deutz fish is one of the big points that judges look at. Yeah. Just so you're aware. But I want to see more money than 125 on this, guys. Come on. And that excellent example. The fins on it, Dave, I know you touched on it, but again, look how uniform they are, how clean they are. Yeah, this fish on the whole, absolutely stunning. Only at 17 cm, look at the size of the head. That tells you everything.
Well, I think what's nice about it, if you was to cut that in half and mirror both halves, they're exactly identical. You've got even down to the yellow that disappears into the fins and fades away. It's even both sides. So a nice looking fish. And as I say, very, very difficult to come across that clean. Very hard.
Right, then I'm resetting here we go. 2 minutes is on.
I would have said that's going to go again. I would have thought somebody
needs to, mate, because
you won't easily find another one that clean.
No, for a metallic variant of this, a metallic fish of this quality, it is.
And again, from Aoki,
Colin, put that in again, mate, so I don't have to show that word you've just put in, please. Currently, we're Colin then at 150. Re-put it in though because he's used a swear word, and I don't want to put it on screen.
But it is worth that.
Well, I'll tell you, it is, mate. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. Matt's back in at 175.
Well done, Matt. You won't regret that.
But Colin, you're outbid, mate. 175. Thank you, though, mate. Appreciate the support. That's more like it, guys. Again,
that's where it wants to be for that quality, Krafty.
This is what I need to do, mate, Dave. And Pete, I know you're probably, he's not watching because he's out having a meal with, he's out on a meal tonight. But this is what I keep telling the boss. This is where we need our polytunnel, just so we can pull these bits out and grow them out a bit. Imagine if I kept this for a year, mate, what we could do with that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. This is one of the fish I didn't really want to sell, but it's one of the quality pieces tonight, in my opinion. One of the best pieces we've got.
Yeah.
And there's a few more to come, nevertheless. But you've got 1 minute and 15 left, looking for 180.
Well, it was on my list, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's easily one of the picks, Dave. In my opinion, one of the picks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two others that I think could go fairly mental tonight, and
don't get me wrong. You can get a lot of nice ones, but then there's nice, and then there's that extra nice, isn't there? What this has got.
No, mate, we're sort of treading water on it at the minute, mate. But I will release more info as and when I need to. But yeah, still we're at 175. 30 seconds left, just so people are aware. All right, there you go. 131 there. You do need a grow on, Cole. And how many times I've been down to yours and said you need a grow on? Matt said, if we win, can he come in and see it whenever he wants? Absolutely. Yeah. I'll be watching Matt anyway. Whoever wins it, I would like to see how this comes through. Looks like it's going to be Matt, though. Going once, going twice. And that is sold to Matt Clowry. Well done, Matt. You will not be disappointed.
Well done, Matt.
You need to keep that body in good shape. That is the key for this.
Very good boy.
But it's got, if you look, again, there's no pinches in on the tail tube anywhere.
No, which is a common fault with this variety.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't agree. That is one of the koi for the night, mate. There's another one coming up very soon, actually. Now, this one I'm expecting to do well. And I said that about the last one, but again, when you look at variety, this comes from Izumia, which is quite a rarity, actually. For you, Colt, get that, mate. Cheers, dude. Becco. For me, they're a Marmite fish. People either love them or they hate them. However, look at that. Straight in. Starting at a $5, I'll put this on to try and get it in. But Kyle has already seen the beauty in this fish. For me, right, we'll look at the pattern first. We'll go on the body later on. Right, when you get a Becco, I sometimes feel that there's not enough sumi to make them look attractive. There can be, in my opinion, too much white skin at times. And that is because they come from the Sankey world. All right. This one, though, for whatever reason, if I was to have a Becco, I would probably grace my pond with this one. I think it's just the sumi placement on it is so full, but small, little dots everywhere, that it really floats my boat. The Tejame is in the fin as well. That's got a lot to do, but, very young fish. When we look at it overall, white skin is of a good standard. Head will catch up. It's a bit yellow now, and pink at the gills. But again, this is because it's a very young fish. Still got a lot of development to come before it matures. Overall, when you look at Izumi's Showa and Sankey line, his fish are absolutely stunning. And that's where this would have come out of, because I had this year when I went into Japan to Izumiya, his Sankey was just a little bit too expensive to buy. I ain't gonna lie, and so was his Showa. Team Better will go up in £5 increments, mate. I appreciate that. That should have. So that's why we start them at £5. We don't do £1 or £2. Currently, with Kyle at £100. They were just a little bit expensive, and it was one of the first fish houses I went to, and I could not commit to buying the fish at the price because I needed to see what other farms were doing. And you know as well as I do, Dave, if you go to a farm and commit a chunk of money, you regret it a little bit later.
Yeah, you end up kicking yourself. Yeah. So it's such a hard thing. I mean, I think a lot of people probably don't realize that when they go into a shop and they can't decide on which koi to buy or whatever, it's just like that when we're in Japan, that, do you buy these or do you go there or do you hold? Yeah, it can do your head sometimes, can't it?
So Team Beta has just been banned, mate, because they're starting to put in 67 quid and stuff like that. So they're gone, just so you know. We can't be asked with people like that. We want people that want fish, not people to annoy us all night. So unlucky. So, currently, I think that was a very strong bid there, mate. I'm going to tell you how much this fish is going for in the shop. You're currently beating the dealer, just so you know. 2 minutes starts now. And you're beating the dealer by a fair margin, may I add. So that says everything. If it's well below the shop price, that's where this fish, in my opinion, sits. You're not a massive fan of these, Dave, are you?
No, Becco aren't. To be honest, you know me, I love Shiratsuri, so I've got I just can't. I haven't got room for another black and white in my life. So I'm not I'm not a fan, but I appreciate everybody's got to like something different, and that's what's so good about koi, isn't it? Let's be fair.
Yeah, mate, and that's what. Oh yeah, well, the varieties are great, aren't they?
Yeah.
What is it now? 240 varieties.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
silly, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is.
I mean, even a minute left. Even my taste has changed over the years. There's fish now that I actually can appreciate a lot more, whereas in the earlier days I just wouldn't go near, if I'm totally honest. But
I mean, I think that happens though with us, mate. It goes round in a cycle. I mean, I'm a massive Sankey fan, mate. I absolutely adore them. Adore them. Like for me, easily the best koi. But it used to be a tuber.
Yeah.
You know, and then before that, it was something else. You know, but Sankey is.
I mean, my all-time
onto Sankey and understood them more.
I mean, I love Sankey, but my all-time favourite is still Shiro. But
20 seconds.
I'm really liking, but it's so hard to find, Kajaku.
Kajaku, mate, and we've got a belter on as well in a while from one of the best breeders for them.
They are difficult to get nice, aren't they? As you know.
Dan, is that leading Sumi on the head? Again, mate, it's not really class on the head, mate. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. Let me just stop the clock right now. Just to answer that question, it is literally just on the head, right? But what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's still a Becco. It doesn't change anything. And a lot of people would then start arguing it's something else. It's not. It is what it is. So for me, doesn't take away from how good this fish is. And it's from a really good breeder as well. That is fair warning though, guys. Currently with the only bid that was a contender, going once, twice, and if there's no more, 3 times, and that is sold to you, Kyle, mate. Well done, mate. That's a real good fish, in my opinion. Next one. Yeah, Dave, you like this.
Oh, yeah, it's clean, super clean. You know, for the sort of money that you're going to be asking, all that, you cannot moan at that for that.
Fin shape, next level.
Perfect.
Next
coloration in pecs, perfect.
Coloration through the fish, superb.
Yeah.
There is a small blemish in the head. However, in time that will solidify. Reticulation, again, absolutely superb. One good thing about the reticulation on this fish is you've got those scales that go across the spine that you don't see on all fish. Sometimes that's bare, and that says to me very good quality immediately. I mean, look how the fish is presenting. The dorsal fin as well, nice and upright, slightly bent over.
Good body.
You can also see the silver tip down the top of the dorsal. Overall, from one of the best breeders of Kajaku, which is a derogative, is that the correct word? Of
Hosakai.
Matsuba. Hosakai Kajaku Matsuba, second to nobody. And also Asagi is one of his best lines as well. Yeah. So when you look at this fish, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And again, think of this.
Matthew's in at 60 pounds, Kraft.
Thank you, Dave. 2 years. Where's it going to be? Probably one of the strongest bodies of the night in a young Tozai that is Wigoi, fully scaled. Size of the head, absolutely next level. Pecs, absolutely next level. Backbone protruding. Body conformation isn't pinching in anywhere. Good, strong set of shoulders. Overall, out of 10, I will give this a 9.5 for the variety. Yeah. What's it going to do going forward? The darkness you can see in the scales, right, at the moment, again, in a young fish, the way these developers assume he leaks into the scale, pretty much fills it, and then what will happen is it will retract back towards the center as the scale enlarges, and you get that lovely honeycomb look, especially in this fish, because it's so bright and vibrant, being the red that it is. And again, the fukrin just adds to that honeycombing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that 101? Oh, you've got that, have you, Kraft?
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning when these mature. Let me see if I can find any to give people an idea of what they look like.
I do like it, Crafty, when you look down right down the backbone and just follow the line of scales down. Uniform.
Not many online. Let's probably bring up that one. That one's a little bit more advanced in its development.
110.
Or we'll keep them going. Just do them in the background, guys. We'll pick them up. But as you can see here,
there you go.
The fukrins started to become a little bit more prominent. This is probably a 2-year-old fish, if I'm honest. This one's from Marahiro, but nevertheless, right? This one lacks the silver fin, right, that you're seeing on this fish. However, as this fish gets bigger, let's have a look. Have we got? It's not the best photo. It's not the best photo. You can't quite see it. Ignore that photo because it's not the best. I don't know about that one. No, load of crap. Websites are rubbish, aren't they, sometimes? But you can see there's not many of these about either, even on Google Images. So it shows you worth having, in my opinion, because you don't see lots, or say you don't see lots. I've got a fair few of them. Currently with Dave Cheshire at 110.
Again, Krafty, you probably can see lots, but how many do you see that are nice?
Yeah, again, mate. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say you don't really see much in single colour, but this is not a single colour fish, although it is classed as a single colour. It's not, because you've got a lot of development with a sumi in it.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like, you know, we all assume a yamabuki is a yamabuki, a chagoi is a chagoi, but it simply isn't when you start looking into the finer details of fukurin, scalation, and all the rest. You know, I can never forget when I was down Ogata once. I mean, we were purchasing yamabuki ogun out of one of the fish houses there, and yet across the road he had tatigoi yamabuki that were 10 times the price as Tosai, and you look at them and it's not until he pointed out the finer details of why they're his tatigoi you can start to understand it, and that only comes in apparent when the fish are 50-60 cm, because you'll see all them little imperfections. They get magnified, don't they, as the fish get bigger,
you know. And again, so many people they don't understand the development. If I had this fish in the shop at 60 cm, right, a little bit further forward in development, it wouldn't stay long in the pond, because they get snapped up so quick, because people don't see how good they are as Tosai. And I think these tend to sell better as bigger fish.
Well, this is Kajaku. This is Asagi all over, isn't it? It's quite a few varieties, actually.
Very true, Dave. I agree with that. Okay, let's get a 2-minute timer on this one then.
Matthews, Matt's in. Yeah,
mate, he loves it. Does Matt? Absolutely loves it. Great variety to have in your pond. Matsuba, Gin Matsuba was my first.
Gin Matsuba, I really do like them. Yeah.
I paid a lot of money. In fact, it was from Perfect Aquatics, from NND.
Yeah.
Quite some years ago, and I got it to about 60 cm, and it was absolutely divine, clean as a whistle. Yeah. And I come back from work, and there was a heron stood on my patio, mate, with its head up, and I see it going down the chute, mate.
To be honest, mate, you could do no worse than have one of each different types of Matsubas in your pond, because they all look good when they're good, don't they? And when they get to a certain size, I think.
And there's a lot of good ones out there that go for far too cheap. Far too cheap.
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand why. Imagine 5 or 6 of each type of Matsuba.
Yeah.
In your pond. How amazing that would look.
Yeah, it would look really, really good. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, currently 45 seconds remain. But Matt, by the way, that Becco we just saw was 150 quid in the shop. So you got that 50 quid cheaper. This is cheaper than what we're selling in the shop as well, just so you know. So you got a good deal here, Matt, if it goes through at 115 by quite a bigger margin than the last one. And this is the problem with the auctions, mate. You win some, you lose some. Yep. Quite often you lose more than you win, just so you know. But it's nice to put out there for everybody around the UK to have a go. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that, mate. Totally true. 5 seconds remain. Currently we're Matt. Going once then, going twice. And that is sold to Matt Clowry. Well done, mate. Matt. Cleaning up tonight, mate.
Yep.
Right, I've got to go with this one because it's next in the list. In my opinion, only one place to buy a yummy is Izumi. Well, I lie. In the north of Japan, Izumi yummy are renowned for being big ass, chunky fish that grow like the stink. Now, let me just tell you one thing on this, okay? If you ain't got a yummy and you ain't got any yellow in your pond, now's the time to add it, because yellow brings such a balance to red and white, red, white and black and red, etc. The yellow fish really breaks that up. With regard to this fish, it is Ginrin, actually. I forgot to put that in there. Or should I say it's got elements of gin in it. So what you're seeing in the scale, you will see that some of the scales in the video look fairly black as it swims about. That is the light refracting off of the scale. It's not a missing scale. It's not a knock scale. And you'll see that they appear and disappear as it swims in different places. All right. So don't be put off with that. It's a sign of good quality in the skin, just so you're aware. Overall, as a Yamabuki goes, this carries everything that's required. A massive head, a massive mouth, a massive body, and it's very yellow with beautiful finish. Right, and what more can you say other than the Fukurin is also fairly advanced on such a young fish, which is what I'd expect from a Yamabuki from Izumi. Dave's in at 60 quid. Now you've had yammies, haven't you, that come down from Ogata? Am I right, Dave?
Yeah, we purchased many at Ogata, but obviously the Ogata family and the Izumi family are almost like this. So Izumi ships down the Yamabukis to Ogata, and that's he doesn't breed his own. He gets them shipped down from Izumi because they are such a close two families. But there is a bit of a story there because I mean, going back,
before the earthquake, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might be 10 years ago. No, I don't know. I don't know how long ago it would be now. But Ogata bred one on the farm, which was at about 1.4 meters. And it belonged to an American customer, and he kept it there as Azakari. And it used to be in one of the really big ponds off the farm at the back of Ogata's. And it got to the stage where Ogata asked him to ship it. And the American customer said, look, I don't really want to ship it. I feel it's too big. So he ended up basically giving it back to Ogata for probably swapping it for some koi. That koi then went to Izumi, who bred from it, spawned from it for 1 year, and then it did die. So there's a bit of a mix going on there now. So he's probably got parent koi now from that somewhere along the line. So, but yeah, Izumi, you're not going to beat their Yamabuki, are you? End of.
I don't think. And looking at the body on this looks very female to me.
Yeah.
Very female. And what makes me say that, if you look at the belly line, you can just see how deep set it is.
Yeah.
Coming into the tail. And if people know what females are, they're the big growers if you feed them. And when you look at the body on that, it's got a lot of size to come. It's such a powerful fish.
Just to give you an example, Ogata has Nisai at 65, 67 cm now.
Easy with these, mate.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah, they'll get big fish, get big, quick fish.
Yeah.
That is a very good question, Anthony. Why does it look like the colour shifts from yellow to white? It's down to the skin. Okay, so when you look at like anything with a light will refract at certain points. So when it goes into a different angle off the light, because I use 2 studio lights on here, so you get a better picture. So it really shows the colour of the fish, but it also shows the shine. It shows very healthy skin, mate.
I should think is that a lot yellower in real life?
Yeah, massively yellow, mate. Yeah. But they always are.
It's a difficult fish to video again, isn't it? To get that, to capture that true colour.
Yeah, it's like the scales that you see on the bottom flank there, the one closest to the lens. Right, you see the little black. That again is just a refraction, you'll see that they disappear at different angles. So, you know, still with Dave at 60 quid, guys, that is an absolute cheap. Nah. I don't really want to sell it at that price, if I'm honest, but I'll put a 2-minute timer on and I'll adhere to the rules of the auction. There isn't a reserve, although I probably could put one on this, but I won't. 2 minutes on then, guys.
Yeah, that's worth another few bids on that, isn't it, mate? Come on.
It's worth another 100 quid, mate.
Yeah, here we go. Kevin Howell.
Thank you, Kevin. Let's keep it going.
Sorry, that's Kelvin. Sorry.
Kelvin. That's all right, mate. We're all cross-eyed in this industry. Let's turn that light down a bit because
anybody else that's got to be yeah.
Richie Bass, well done, mate. That's a good bid, 75.
Yeah.
I'll start a 1 minute timer now. We've just passed the one minute, so I'll keep putting it back to one. Back with you, Dave, at 80. Again, retailing another 80 quid in the shop. These are retailing for, guys.
90, Kelvin's back.
Well done, Kelv. Again, female guys as well. All right. Again, I keep saying that word. I do apologise, but female tend to carry more money. If I was to sex these, I could potentially ask for more just because it's female. I don't know, because to be fair, they only owe us a couple of quid. So 95. Well done, Dave. That's still
cheap.
What, 80 quid cheaper than in the shop. 90 quid cheaper than in 85 quid actually. Let's do my math correctly. Cheaper than in the shop. From Izmir, the best breeder for this variety. Well done, Kelv. That's a great bid. 110.
Somebody's got to put in somebody's gonna have to
got a gnarly head in it.
It
has, mate, but it needs to have. I mean, if I'm honest, you're not really seeing a proper head shape until it comes up on that right hand side. You'll see the proper head shape to it. So it's quite head down, like top down on the video. Massive old face. 25 seconds left. Still with Kelvin. Well done, Kelv. Good bed, mate.
Anybody else? Somebody's going to come in, surely.
15 seconds. Oh, Dave's back in, 115. 7 seconds remaining.
Well done, David.
It's going to be a big fish. I agree with you, mate. It is. You can't knock that. The sun helps with all colour development, mate. Just so you're aware.
Yamabuki do suffer seriously indoors with lack of natural light, don't they? They actually go almost like a pale, like a Parachina.
Well done, Richie, mate. Back with Kelvin at 120. My dog's just come past me and farted. It stinks, mate. That's not fair. Not fair at all, mate. $25 seconds.
Looks like Kelvin might have got this.
It's got to squirt a bit of air freshener. 10 seconds. They can do, Cole, if you feed them. And going once, going twice, and that is sold then to Kelvin Howell. Well done, Kelvin. I believe you may be a first-time bidder. I am putting a link in the comments that will take you to the winner's form that I require you to fill out, please, so my staff can be in touch with you and send a payment link. Remember, if you require shipping, it is a £30 additional fee. That is the logistic firm's fee, not mine. We make no money on it. If you win multiple fish, we can box them. If you want to collect, feel free to collect and come and see all the other stock that we've got in the shop as well. You will not, definitely will not be disappointed. We've got 50 sales ponds, just so you're aware. Right. Another he shower. Slightly different to the last one because nothing more than pattern. Already got 6 of your toes eye, all doing well. Excellent, Kelv. Yeah, fill me in, let me know. Jay's joined us now. Evening, Jay. Right, Takahashi. Takahashi is a breeder, right? He's got a chin. Like that. Right, but you know something? He is awesome, mate. He literally nets that up, mate, and he stands there personally as the breeder. Don't get staff doing it, as the breeder, panning the fish up to the bowl for you to select from.
Richie's in with 50.
Oh, go on, Richie, son. He liked the last one, actually.
Yeah.
Big difference in this fish to me is the pattern. You see a lot this time, rather than it being side-by-side balance, this is a lot. Is that the right way of putting it? I don't. Rather than being a lopsided balance in the fish, this one is actually a better koi balance in pattern. It's also got white in the face, all right, which makes this actually a better fish than the last one.
The pattern's definitely more symmetrical.
Yes. Overall, again, absolutely beautiful body shape, big head. I'll say all this because it gets the reason why I repeat what I say is because it gets you guys thinking what we look at, and it also gets you looking when you choose your fish. This is what we're looking at. So eyes are in alignment, nice big head, tip of the nose to the dorsal, a really good long amount. If that dorsal's too close,
Richie's back with 80-pound.
Go on, Richie, mate. This one's got to be yours, Richie. We served together in Iraq, Richie and I.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, good friend, mate.
Well, that's worth £100 then.
Yeah. He loves the white nose on it. It's better than a brown nose, isn't it? Yeah, for me, body absolutely awesome. It's got a chance to go really well, hasn't it? You know,
£100 Matthew. Well
gin
done,
also
Matthew.
Goes all the way through this fish, including the black, which shows a high quality gin. Whether or not it comes through quite well on here is not, but you'll see it there. You can see the red undertones. That is actually the gin in the scale. When you see in the sumi, that is. So I'd expect when that sumi thickens up, that gin will still remain. Not 100% certain, but I would expect it would, looking at where it is now. So really pretty face on this fish for me, a good looking fish. I know that sounds weird, but it is a good looking fish.
Well, it's got the classic show ahead, hasn't it? White nose, nice stripe through it. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I don't want to big it up or talk it up, but ultimately, yeah, as a he shower, very hard to come by, and especially good ones. This will be
and Ginrin.
Fucking Colin Holland, mate. Shandy Bass was a cook in the army as well. I'll tell you what, Cole, you got a big nose, mate, and it's not a big target to miss. That's all I can say. Be careful what squaddies you mess about with, mate. Right, let's get a 2-minute timer on. Bush. The next couple are going to be exciting as well. 2-minute timing. Richie, come on. Get another 5 on it, mate. Get another 5 on it, mate. Come on.
Somebody, how long's left, Krafty?
45 seconds.
Yeah, there's time for another 2 bids.
Sorry, 1 minute 45. He bloody weren't, mate.
There we go, 105.
Richie. The Richie, son. Richie, this needs to be your fish, mate, I think.
Yeah. Was it Richie who missed out on the first one?
Yeah, it was.
So, yeah, it's got to be his, hasn't it?
Do I do what squaddies do, which is look after each other? Do I drop the hammer right quick? And going once.
I think he'll get it.
Going twice. Going 3 times, and that's sold to you, Richie Bass, my friend. Shandy, well done, mate. That's yours. Well done, you owe me a cup of tea. There you go. And that, sorry, Matt. No, fair play. Mate, plenty more. Always plenty more. Richie, I know where you are, mate. However, can you please fill out the winning form for me, and we will move on to the next one.
What's coming up next?
My days. Starting at $5. Off you go.
A $5?
Well, you've got to start them off, mate, haven't you?
Can I bid?
Yeah, of course you can, mate. Please do. Few and far between, mate. There's nothing more Jurassic than this looking fish, mate.
No.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at that.
Straight in at 50 with Matthew.
I don't need to big this fish up, mate.
No.
The bits that stick out to me, full scale, back of the head all the way to the tail, but all of these are massive scales. Number 2, they don't really go below the lateral line, and that to me is superb. Oh, we've got some big players in now. Are you, Dave, mate? Hope you're well.
Yeah.
I don't think you get anything more Jurassic than this, but the scalation as well, when you look at the reticulation, which is the symmetrical part, big scaled fish, it's very difficult to get symmetrical. Quite often you'll get one scale bigger than the other on one side, and it sort of throws itself out. Yeah. Symmetrically, this fish is absolutely fucking insane. And excuse me language, but it is. The other part about this is look how big it is. It's only 17 centimeters. Look at the size of the shoulders, the head. It doesn't pull in behind the gut. It's got a hell of a chance. You're a little bit behind Andy. It's got a hell of a chance of doing really, really well at a big fish, because when you look at the body line, it's nice and tapered. It's no divots in there. And that is one thing that you need to look for in a Deutsch fish.
Matthew. And to be honest, these come into their own when they're bigger, don't they? Let's be honest.
Well, look how big the scale is, mate.
Yeah.
You put this at 50 cm. Imagine how big them scales are.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this fish. Imagine how big them scales are. When they get 40, 50 cm. I mean, Dave that's been bidding, he's got a yummy Aragoki off me. How big is that, Dave? It's got to be early 80s.
Is it really?
Like, the scales are fucking huge on it, Dave.
Yeah.
You know, you will be hard pushed to find another one as good as this. Like, and I mean as good as this. Absolutely stunning. Where would it be in 2 years' time? That's a question I constantly ask myself. Hard to tell. I would like to think that this fish stays this sort of colour. It will potentially darken up a little bit more gunmetal grey as the fish grows more in the gill plates and over the head, I think. But the yellow is so deep, I don't think it's going to wash away at all, if I'm honest. For me, this looks almost Jurassic. Yeah, that yellow looks too strong. That would have shown signs, I would have said, but even at this size already, if that was going to disappear, that would have been a lot weaker than that already, Krafty. Yeah, I think so as well, mate. Yeah. You know, come on, Big Dave, don't let me down, mate. You've grew some Aragokis from me, mate. Absolutely stunning. I think this has got a good chance. The body structure is so good on this as a small fish that's only going to emulate as that fish grows. And from Miatora, I do like Miatora. He does some, some really, really good stuff. He does. Luke Bonsai, are you, mate? Looks a good balance. Yeah, I agree. I expected that to chug up a little bit quicker than that. I expected this to go a little bit more, but I'll start 2 minutes on it because the bids are dried up. Anthony, don't you let it go, mate. What can I say but damn? Exactly. I agree with you. Body is absolutely insane on this. Well, if anybody's going to bid, they want to start getting them in now because, as I say, you won't find
you can find more Crafty, but you're not going to find them with that symmetrical scalation down the back there like that.
No, quite few and far between. They are out there, mate. But mate, they're going to be more than what you're seeing on screen now.
Yeah.
And again, this is where if I had my polytunnel, this fish would stay and be grown out at the shop. I can't grow my fish at the shop, mate. So they need to go to people's ponds, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
1 minute, 10 seconds left. There's got to be another 40 quid minimum out there. Looking for 200 minimum, to be fair. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine that swimming past the window, mate.
Yeah, well, 180.
In 1 minute restarted. Well done, Ada.
That's Ada. More like it.
Thank you.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, we've seen worse than this go for a lot more money. So, I mean,
yeah, you went wrong.
Yeah,
and you see, you know,
Matthew's out.
Yeah, I've put that up already. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, Aragoki, you know, up and coming variety. It's going to be a hell of a nightmare for judges in the future. You know, hopefully, in my opinion, they should stay. I know Alan Tate will hate me for saying that, but they are quite an exciting variety of koi. It's just where do they fit? Where do they fit in the show scene? That's the interesting point.
To be honest, Crafty, I think they've become so popular because, I mean, I think the window situation now in a lot of ponds has made these quite desirable, isn't it?
I agree, mate. It absolutely does. I mean, I've got a couple of full-scaled Aragoki Chigoi in my pond, and they look fantastic swimming past.
Yeah.
Right, going once then. I'm quite surprised. I thought this would go for more money. Going twice, and that is sold to Ada. Well done, mate.
Well done.
Again, new customer. Remember, and that this is a contract. You have won the fish. If it doesn't get purchased, Matt, I will contact you, mate, and I will offer it to you for 160. There you go. Ada, please complete the form on the link that I've just put down below. If you can't push on the link, go to Perfect Aquatics webpage, all the W's, perfectaquatics.com, Japanese koi auction winner. Complete the form there, and our staff will be in contact. Well done. On to another absolute belter for the evening.
Oh, here we go.
This is one of your faves, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Starting this off at 100 quid, guys. Right, again, in quite high demand. From Miyatoro again. Look at the uniformity of the scales. This goes down both the lateral lines and also all the way down the back. Hell of a strong gin in it. Very uniformal in big scale again. Being a chag, don't know what happened there. Being a chigoi, it's got the ability to get big quick because we all know that they're quite greedy fish. So looking for 100 quid to start us off. What do you reckon, Dave, to these?
Yeah, I quite like them. I mean, they really do look. I mean, I've seen a few slightly larger ones now, and I think they just come into their own once they start getting to a certain size. And yeah, I mean, anybody who's got a window again is going to really, really like this fish when that gets bigger, and them scales just wow along the sides there and along the back.
You can see them, mate. Look, they're absolutely huge on both sides as well.
Yeah. And I can imagine a lot of people who keep koi who are carp fishermen. This is going to really float their boat. I mean,
it does, mate. It does. Again, only a fairly small fish at 20 cm, but you're buying tozai. You know that is real tozai size.
Yeah.
For me, this is too cheap at 100 quid, and I expect this to go for a lot more than that.
Yeah.
It is one of the picks of the pond. Again, one that has been kept to the side, ready for an auction. Quite a feisty little fish as well, this was when we was filming it. I think I had to do it 4 times because it decided to go off like a rocket out of the shop. Again, think of what I said about when these fish start to put body mass on. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I agree, mate. The gin is very impressive. It is. And there's no camera trickery here, guys. If I'm honest, I'll probably say I'm undershowing that because the water's not as clear as I probably like it. But ultimately, it is what it is. Let the fish do the talking. But when that body opens up again from this to this, all them scales that are going to show on the top of that fish,
110, Dave.
Absolutely stunning. Dave, you'll grow this fish as well, mate, in your pond. It's
a shame that you can't actually see them down the lateral line because I can imagine they look really quite good down there as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're full all the way down.
Yeah.
You know,
it's difficult to show in the video, isn't it?
Yeah, again, window fish all day long.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised this hasn't gone as big as I've seen them. You can see on that part of the video there, actually, when the fish is head down and turning, you'll see how big them apple slice scales are.
I thought this would have flown to 200 as quick as that.
Yeah, me too, Dave. But again, you never know. It all depends who's watching, mate, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
You know, it's all down to the audience. I mean, I know that Dave's getting a good fish at 110 quid if you don't get any more bids on it, but it is with what it is. Again, Miyatora, he doesn't allow you to select through his ponds. So he is one of the breeders that will only give you a scoop, right? I mean, he's probably got 10,000 tozai in his pond, right? So he then gets this big net, runs it down the side of the pond, and then that's it. That is your scoop. So what's in there is what you get to select from, right? Because if I was to select out of there,
150,
mate, I would absolutely rape him because his fish are so good. The varieties are superb that we get from him.
I mean, it's done for a reason to stop you nabbing all the fish like this.
Yeah, and it leaves him with all the shit, right? So it's a good way of making sure that you get a good selection from whatever he puts in the net, right? I'm just going to close my back door. Bear with me.
Yeah. Anybody else? This should really be a lot more than this, shouldn't it?
Right, I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on. It should, mate, but again, the frustrating part of being a dealer, isn't it, when people don't put money on these fish.
So it's with Matthew still, 115.
Well done, Matt. That's a good bid. Again, here we go.
Oh, no. 120. Perhaps you should show the timer going down, Kraft.
Maybe that. Yeah, let's try it. Is that the right way for people at home? Because sometimes my camera's mirrored, so.
Yeah, I think that actually isn't. 125.
Yeah, again, also something that I failed to mention, no little shimmies. All right, so quite often in chag you'll see little sumi spots under the skin, and as the fish grows, they turn into a big black spot. So one thing when selecting, always looking in chag to make sure them little shimmies aren't in the skin, because they're minute when they're tozai, but they grow really quickly, especially in our waters. 125 for Matt Clowry.
Well done.
Oh, mate, what have I done now? Look, let's put the stopwatch back on. 45 seconds. Ooh.
There's got to be another bid.
Don't know about that, mate. 1 minute left. Minute to win it. I'm not going to reset the clock. Let's see if that G's anyone up.
Somebody surely should snipe that for more than that then.
I'm going to write sold in the comments. And as soon as that goes in, whoever's name appears above that will take the fish. I'll have a look for you in a minute, Brandon, mate. I don't know what number are we on. Number 12. Yeah, number 7 gone, mate. Sorry, pal. So that is 20 seconds remaining.
It's cheap, guys. Very, very cheap.
Another one, mate, that gets you. 8, 7. Let's go. And I'm going to hit the button now. So anyone snipe? No, that's yours, Matt, as well. Matt is clearing up 125, mate. You actually scammed me tonight. Not happy with that, but well done nevertheless. Right, I think this may be a hard sale. I am going to put a reserve on this at £140, just so you're aware, guys, because looking at the way the bids are going tonight, I'm not sure that people see the quality in this fish. However, Dave, you are a massive advocate for Kajaku. Tell us what you see in this one.
Well, for a start, a Kajaku with a pattern. I mean, how difficult's that? That's the first thing. Peck's super clean. You've just got to give these time, like every other fish, for this reticulation and this darkening to happen within these scales. And then when that starts to happen, this will just transform this fish. All right, small little bit of Benny in the peck. That doesn't really worry me. Nothing at all to worry about that. The pecks, the luster on the pecks is very good. They're clean, good shape. Head's good. I think there's nothing not to like about this fish. And it's Hosakai. We've had
one of the best breeders.
Yeah, I mean, we've had. I mean, was it last year or even the year? I think last year and the year before, we had some super examples from him. Yeah, we know there's other breeders, but actually, I put him above. I mean, years ago it used to be Kaneko. You wouldn't get a Kajaku unless it was Kaneko. But I think Hosakai is, to me, better personally. I think the body shapes on them are better, but that's got a good body shape to it. So I think somebody's just got to give that time. But
there's a
I mean,
a more detailed finished fish.
Yeah.
Because I think it needs it on here. Let me try and get this on a better frame.
It's difficult to make people understand how this scale and the fuka in between just highlights the scale. And
look at this.
Yeah.
Right. So the white that you see around the end, around the scales, okay, is skin that grows over the top of the scale.
Yeah.
Even the end of the scale. This is what we call fukaring.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is a very important part to the Kajaku variety even, right? And this is what finishes the fish. So when this fukaring starts to come, and you'll see how it stays white or red, dependent on the color of the skin, inside the scale is super beautiful sumi that sits. When they're young, they look quite messy because the fukaring hasn't developed properly.
Yeah.
But when it actually happens, look at this all the way through, right? Most Kajaku will turn out like this, most. And it's not until they're really well developed before this comes in. Yeah. And believe it or not, this was one of the fish that really got me involved with koi, because I was at the National. And I remember the vat. I went back to the vat probably 4 or 5 times throughout the day because it was so well developed that it looked like you could put your finger down one of the scales because it was that sort of 3D effect. And this is what make Kajaku superb.
Yeah.
So just to give you an idea of what a finished article looks like in the body.
This is why they're a hard sell at Tosai, because but you just got to give them time. They're so underdeveloped at this age.
They are. I mean, you can see there that the sumi, the dark scalation, is only just starting to come.
Yeah,
the fukaring is pretty much non-existent in the fish. It's starting to come, but at the moment it's not there. But it will come. It's like us. We we change with maturity.
And what happens as that koi gets bigger, them scales become bigger, so that gives you a more definition. But where the fukurin goes around the edge of it, it just gives that definition because it's larger, Crafty.
Yeah, it's true, mate. Yeah, you know, and yeah, that's right, Dave. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at that fish now.
At Tosai, it merges together, doesn't it? But it then looks a bit messy, and people may think these areas outside of the coloration, oh, it looks a bit messy, but as that grows, that's going to stretch, and them scales are going to get bigger, and then the fukurin around the outside of the scales is going to separate it, and that's when it'll start to come to its own. But again, you want to be giving this 2 years. Yeah.
Time is the essence. I mean, when you look at that, the pattern's not far away.
No.
You know, I mean, that's only, that fish is from Sato, which is not a renowned breeder for Kajak.
No.
You know,
I mean, I was lucky enough because it was one of the fish that I wanted to see when I went to the All Japan Koi show in, I forget which year now, but it was the Omasako one.
Yeah.
Wow.
And which is another beautiful breeder for Kajaku, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
that one at the All Japan was just, wow.
Sublime.
Yeah.
Okay, no takers on that. We'll move on. I didn't expect. I knew that would be the case on that.
That's strange, really, isn't it?
It's one of them fish, mate.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably need to educate the masses. Let's do a live on Kajaku and maybe see if Alan Tate's available to bring out, you know, what judges look for as well. But I don't know. I can't promise that, but I'll see what I can do. Right, on to the next one then.
Garomo.
That one there, and this is from the one and only Odakan, very, very renowned dealer stroke breeder in Japan. Gromo, very, very beautiful koi, again, when finished. We're starting this off at £100. Why so high? Because number one, it's a very good quality fish. Number two, why do I say that? Let me help you out. So, white skin, you can see here, the white skin is very good, right? And that is the first thing that we need to look for when we're looking at any fish that is a white base, such as this. Very good white skin. You can see the transition from the head through to the body. It's not a million miles apart, but the skin's still got a thicken on the head. And
is that a bid on there, Crafty? Sorry.
Say that again, mate.
Is that a bid from Rachel?
I haven't looked, mate. I was more looking at the fish.
Sorry.
Rachel's in at 150. Right. I know what she's watching now.
Somebody's asked if they could collect at the National as well. It's remembering it, isn't it? Well, I've had a few questions this week about that if I was to purchase, and it's
if I don't remember to take it, I will send it out to you, mate. But yeah, on this occasion, I'll do that, mate. Yeah. White skin, not a million miles apart from the head through to the body. So as that skin thickens up with, again, maturity, it hasn't got a lot to do before the head matches the body, number one. Number two, the sumi is already in the Benny plate and showing very good progression. Now, we don't, at the minute, all right, it's not going to be a full fish. It's got the development. So the black that you're seeing inside the red has still got to come. And looking at that center down, it looks to me that it's going to be contained within that Benny plate. So when this comes, that red and black together, Gromo turns great purple color. And overall, all right, may not be blocky in Gromo, but I don't think that takes anything away from it.
To be honest,
pattern.
Isn't it a complicated fish?
Oh, very complicated.
You know, when you've got that sumi to come through over to the, it's just a wow.
And again, development, like when I'm looking at this as a Tozai, it's got everything going for it. With another year, maybe two, that's when you're going to see the finished article. And I'm quite excited to see how this one turns out, because the Gromo that I've had in the past, you don't really see them at their full beauty until maybe 2 to 3 years old.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you start to get that really deep plum colour by then, as that's filled in, and that's what. And especially if you can keep the skin really nice and white, the contrast between that and the white is just. I think they're a fabulous fish when you see nice examples. 160. Wow, well done.
Yeah, well done, Brandon.
Well done.
And again, this is very underpriced in comparison to store price.
Yeah, and there are fish that a lot of people are liking right now, aren't they, Garomo?
Yeah, and again, if we look at the Kiwa in the fish, you know, overall of a good standard as well, you know.
175. Well done, Rachel.
Cleaning the pecs as well.
Yeah,
like to see. Yeah, look, the size of the mouth is decent, size of the head. It's not, again, these are another fish that don't pack on that massive, powerful body. You know, correct me if I'm wrong in what I say there, Dave. I mean, what have you seen in the past? I haven't really seen many that are sort of Sakai-esque, massive shoulder.
No. You won't see them follow the Sankey, Kahaku, Showa, big bodies. You know, they will
more
not go
elegant. More than a saggy sort of body line, which is the.
But you can still get a body on them that looks amply nice.
I'll tell you who's got a really nice Gromo. Shirley Gibson.
Right, okay. Yeah.
She's got an absolute beauty. And I don't know if she's showing this year. She normally does.
Do you know who the breeder was, Krafty?
I don't, mate. She showed it last year and it was superb, mate.
Yeah. When you do see a nice example, I think they're fabulous.
Right then, let's go. 2 minutes. See, no messing about on here, mate. You know, we've talked about it. Let's get 2 minutes running. Let's get the bids in. 90 people watching. Thank you very much. I think you tuned in a little bit too late, though, a lot of you. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, please. That's when you will get notification in the next auction. I do tend to put it out about 5 to 7 days before I go. So you get notifications through YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. That way you will see what we have to offer when we do our auctions. Dave, you'll be doing auctions soon, I'm assuming?
Yes, yeah, we shall sort out one, yeah. Whether it'll be
done, Brandon.
Oh, 190, well done. Yeah.
I'll help you out on that, Dave.
Yeah.
Rachel,
well, to be quite honest, I do quite like this over any other format of sales because it's a way of almost, we can't see the customers, I know, but it's a way of interaction.
Interaction. All right, let me be transparent with you, Dave. Right, it can be ultra frustrating to see some of your fish go.
Yeah, of course it can.
Cheaper than what you want them to go. Yeah. But ultimately, it opens your shop door to all four corners in the UK. You've got to work at it. And other people that tune in, they get to see you as an individual. And not only will they learn, but they'll also learn to have trust in your eye.
225 to Rachel.
Oh, well done, mate. Thank you. They'll learn you as well, mate. And that only brings people through your door, pal. It's, you know, people want to travel, you know.
And as long as people...
you know, when we're working together, mate, it's great. Well, I mean, what do you guys think? Me and Dave make a good couple. I am not proposing, no.
So it's still with Rachel at 225.
Yeah, so clock's been restarted. We're at 30 seconds now, so a minute and a half remain. And lucky Brandon, mate. If the bid comes in, I'll restart the clock, Brandon, just so you're aware. So there's no sniping. Rachel's been bidding all the way through on this, as you have.
Yeah, you've got to give them both a fair chance. 230, Brandon.
Absolutely. The fish needs to go for the right price to the right person. This is still cheaper than the shop, by the way. You and Dave are like the old boys from the Muppets.
250.
No, we're not. Who put this rubbish on? The ones that sit in the balcony, mate. I know you're Dave. That was Rachel at 250, and the clock has been restarted. Brandon clearly upset. Fair play to you, my man. That has gone. We're going to let the clock run out. I'll move it to 1 minute, so there is 35 seconds remaining. Don't let it go, mate. Let it for a £5. Another £5 in there. That's less than a cup of coffee these days. Just make a flask instead of going to Costco. What they call it? Costa. I don't go there. Too expensive. I could buy a jar of coffee for the price of 1 cup. So tight. 10 seconds remain.
Rachel deserves this. She's been with it.
Well, like I say, it's gone for a good price. I've just misspelt the record. So going once, going twice. Come on, Brandon. Fair warning. Still too cheap. Sold to you, Rach.
Well done, Rachel.
Well done, my darling. That's brilliant. Another good fish going to Rachel tonight. Leads me on to the last one, which is a Kahaku from Odecan again, starting at £100. It is of jumbo format, 28 cm, absolutely massive body. It is not perfect for Kahaku. However, for the money that we're starting off on this, it's an absolute banger for a good learning fish as well.
Yeah,
great big body.
Good fish for that.
To start.
Really good fish.
You know, massive body, big clean fins, really well. I mean, I like the oval shaped fin, Dave. I mean, I don't know what.
I
like a really nice rounded fin, which is this it's got. It's got good kiwa. It's got good sashi. It's got a bit of kucha benny.
The sashi is very good on it.
Yeah, it is very tight. Clean. Kiwa as well, end of the scale. Yeah, of a good standard. The benny does leak into the dorsal fin, but it does not, and this is where people get it wrong, does not go all the way. Take care, Richie, mate, all the way up to the tip of the dorsal fin, right? So as long as the dorsal fin has got that nice stripe when it's up, when you're looking down upon it, all right, that is the technicality that the judges look for. So it forms part of the actual benny pattern. It is slightly weak on the nose. I'm not going to lie, which is why this fish is coming at £100, and I will sell it at £100.
It's a bargain. It's still a good fish for £100, Kraft.
Oh, mate, it's a lot of body in it, mate.
Yeah, it's a lot of fish for £100. That's what did you? 28 cm.
28 cm toes eye. You know, just look at how much.
Matthew's in with 100.
Well done, Matt. It's a good learning fish, Matt. This is.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to win any shows with it, so don't take it to a show. But definitely learn on how the body sort of develops. Not only that, it's an Odecan, right? So
I'll tell when you look at this, sorry, Kraft,
it doesn't pinch in anywhere. So the body conformation, again, when you look down the sides, it tapers lovely. And in the peduncle, which is the fleshy part of the tail, it's nice and chunky. So what would I expect this fish size-wise to be in the right pond, under the right feeding regime, in the right environment, i.e. heated pond, stable? I reckon you would achieve 70 cm with this fish fairly easily. Dave, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, with that, 28 cm at toe size, so it's got the potential. Did Odecan breed this himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well, all the Odecan fish are all Odecan when they're.
And I haven't seen his parent fish, but I'm presuming they're pretty large as well. From
I would say they're no slouches, mate. Buys nothing but Sakai by an inch.
I'll tell you what's good to learn off this is somebody who buys this just to watch how the kiwa and the sashi, just to watch that develop, and how a lot of people probably don't pay enough attention, and they'll look for it, but they don't really understand what they're looking for. But how a year down the line, how that sashi will have pulled much tighter back to that benny plate. And
absolutely.
It's a good, and even on the left flank there, we're presuming that will actually be a gap there, or actually will that push into that benny?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, mate. Just while we've got people in, I'm going to take it would zoom in. Bear with me. I'm going to take a screenshot.
Yeah.
So I can give a little bit more advice. That's a good screenshot.
You see that window down its left flank, Crafty?
Bear with me, Dave. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up on the other screen so people can see, just so people understand what we're looking at, what we're talking about as well. Let me take that away. We'll stop that screen and we'll add this one in. Window. Can I do it that way? I can't do it that way. Let me see. I'm trying. Bear with me, guys. Excuse the fact that I haven't. That's surprising. Oh, there we go. We'll do it this way. I knew I'd get there in the end. So if I share this screen, let me just make this bigger. Okay, so Kiwa, you can see the pointer, make it mathis. Kiwa, this part on the scale. Okay, you'll see that the back end of the scale follows the end of the scale. This is called Marizoma Kiwa. Okay, the sashi is this shady line that follows the Benny plate. Now, what we're looking for in a good sashi is no more than 2 scales deep. 3 is acceptable, but it should be uniformal, i.e., if it's 2 scales, it should be 2 scales throughout the whole of the dam. Same on this one. This is only a scale deep, so it's nice and tight. Okay, so the Kiwa is here, right? Coochie Benny can't see, but it's actually the red that sits on the lips, right? This is the part that I'm on about, is fairly weak on the nose. Yeah. Okay. Fin shape, you'll see there, it's a nice tapered leading edge that goes on a nice oval. It's not all jagged, or you haven't got any kinks in the fin. All right, that is something that we look for. I haven't managed to get the pattern, but can you see now down the tip there, all of that is silver, right? That shows that's something that we're looking for in a kahaki. So if you get any of the Benny pattern leaking into the dorsal, as long as that little piece there is there, right, and the top of the fin isn't red, it won't be a demerit, just so you're aware.
Where you got your mouse down by that break in the Benny, there. Now that's interesting, because most people will assume, is that sashi that's going to pull back in, or is that going to be pattern that's going to push out into the dan in front?
My hazard of a guess would be it will separate. And the only reason I say that is if you look here, it looks fairly faded off of here. Yeah. But it is still young. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Still young. And then when you couple that with a sashi line here, Dave, I mean, this is open to interpretation. Yeah. The sashi line uniformal there, it runs the same as this. So I would think that this will push into this plate. This will push into this plate rather than these two are joined.
It'll be interesting to see. So whoever buys it, keep you Matthew's in at 115.
Well done, Matt. Again, good learning. Now, the other thing is the taper in the body, all right? So we like that nice taper coming down to the peduncle, which is this area, okay? Nice fleshy part of the tail, but nothing pinches in around this area. So you've got a nice line, and you can see that it doesn't come off anywhere. That stays nice and uniformal all the way through. Nice little bit of Benny into the tail stop. All right. Most people will look for a white patch there. However, that's not a requirement. No. It's just a nice to have and what people like to see. And the reason for that is because the Benny often, when it comes here, will leak into the tail fin. And that does become a demerit. However, the reason they like that white bit is because that bit doesn't happen. Overall, be starfish, because the body is so good at a young age.
Yeah. Good fish for the price.
You're not going to win any shows with it, and that's me being very honest and transparent.
Yeah. It is what it is for that price, isn't it?
It makes a lot of fish from this breed.
It is a lot of fish for that price. I mean, yeah.
125. I've harped on enough. Let's do a 2-minute timer, and then we'll cover what we're doing on Friday, Dave. If you're okay with that.
Yeah.
At the minute, thank you very much for everyone that's tuned in. Don't go anywhere yet, though. I've got something to tell you. Oh, Carpy Sharpie straight in 140. Thank you.
Well done.
2-minute timer's restarted. You know, I'll tell you the reason this was handpicked by me in Japan, Dave. I'll tell you what, the reason why this fish I missed that bit on the nose was the light in the greenhouse, mate.
Yeah, it's easy done, isn't it? It's easy. Yeah.
Can you come to me on Messenger, please, Mon the Fish, and I'll come back to you. I wasn't aware of this, mate, so this is news to me. So let me know what's happened personally on my personal Messenger through Krafty Koi or Anthony on Facebook, or if you've got my WhatsApp on there, and then I'll deal with that tomorrow with relevant people, mate. But let me know, please, mate. So with Carpy Sharpie 140, another minute to win it, and then that's all the lots done. And I don't think that's too shabby. What time did we start? 2.5 hours, 15 lots, Dave. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? No. Everybody will be pleased with their purchases as well. They've got some good bargains there tonight. So
Matt's back in 150. I'm going to start a 1-minute timer because we went past the 1 minute. Keith Kelvin's in 150. Let's go. Right, battle it out then, guys. Carpy Sharpie, Matt and Kelvin. You battle it out. Oh, Kelv, you're behind, mate. Sorry, mate. That's Matt's fish.
Yeah,
you need
that's
another
Matt.
fiver on it.
155, Matt. Kelvin.
You was after Matt, Kelv. That's how that worked, mate. I do apologise to get you.
175.
Good man. Oh, Carpy Sharpie, mate. Unlucky, son. Battle it out. If you're out, let me know when you're out. The last man standing takes the fish.
180. Well done.
If you're out, let me know. If you're not, bid again. Kelv's out. So down between Matt and Carpy Sharpie, unless anyone else wants to join the race. Matt Clowry's back in 185. Over to you, Carpy Sharpie, or anyone that wants to join in the fun. Is it Thursday today or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause watching this series called From, and it don't come out until Thursday. I can't wait for the next episode.
190.
Back in 190. I can't give you my WhatsApp number, mate, because it's my personal phone. If you find me on Facebook, Anthony Day, or Krafty Koi, or even message the shop, I will pick up on it. Back with Matt at 200. $200 with Matt. Carpy Sharpie, what are you doing? Let me know. Let us know. Or let Dave know. He's out. Matt, well done, mate. That's yours. That's sold to you, pal, for £200. Well, that's £100 less than what it's worth. Value, RRP. Well done, mate. Absolutely fabulous evening, gentlemen and ladies. Let's put something else on in the background. Shall we do this? Shall I be a bit cheeky? Oh, I can't do it. I could do this, look, Dave, and put us on this. How does that make you feel? But everybody that has joined us tonight, thank you very much. I'm just going to drop in. Oh, I don't want to end the stream. I nearly pushed the wrong button. I'm just going to put in the comments the link that you need to complete for me, please, for all of those winners. Irrespective of whether you're picking up or you want delivery, please fill out the form for us. Rach, we know who you are, mate. I do keep a list on a spreadsheet of all the winners and what the prices are, and the lads and lassies in the shop will have access to that. I know that there's some credit out there from the competitions. If you're one of those lucky people that have done that, let the guys know when you're making payment, and that will be deducted off of your final total. Overall, though, I think that was quite a good evening. I'm quite surprised which fish went the best. I'm not going to lie. I think that the Aragoki went too cheaply. Someone got a really good bargain on that. Someone got a very good bargain on the Ginrin Chag, but the
Kikikuru.
Thank you. I just noticed that tick around the bottom. Yeah. Basically, I'm stoked. There was about 90 people on 90 people tuned in at peak, which is superb. If you haven't already, guys, please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe. That way you'll get notifications as and when I do the next auction. Friday, Koi Show Live, 7:30. We've got Steve Rollins on. Dave, who is Steve Rollins, for those people that don't know?
Steve Rollins is a very, very good hobbyist, show chair and club chairman, show chairman and club chairman of the Crouch Valley section.
Which is an absolute fabulous club. And I will be challenging Steve about what makes that club so successful in comparison to others.
Yeah, it's quite bizarre because you very rarely hear anybody say a bad word about that club. And it's one of the clubs that's probably took on more new members in the last year than quite a few clubs. So
I don't know. I'll tell you who's probably close. The North of England Koi Club.
North of England, yeah, they're doing a great job as well, in fairness, but that's probably been pushed down to, you and Lee for that, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think so, mate. I mean, no. That as a club, they do fantastic, don't they? They've got some great personnel.
I mean, I take my hat. I dip my hat off to these people that put their time and effort into running the clubs, like Steve Rollins does for the, because all we see is what they do now and again, but they're probably working behind the scenes like we know they
probably as hard as we do, mate.
Yeah. There's a lot of work. I mean, I can only imagine
a little bit like we do.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be very interesting with Steve because a very, very good hobbyist. He's shown a lot here. He's shown a lot in Japan. So I think that's going to be some good subject matter with Steve on Friday.
I've just noticed there's a new look at this in the bottom corner now. I did not know that done that. That's a new thing they've brought on. That's awesome. So now we can see, everyone can see the comments. So when we're streaming across multiple platforms, everybody gets to see what everyone else is typing, which is superb. Anyway, I've just noticed that. I've turned it off, so I'll put it back on. Not that anyone needs to see it. Krafty Matt says, what's the nearest club for us? I don't know where, I can't remember whereabouts you are in the world, but when you come and see me, I'll work it out. It's probably the Crouch Valley, actually, Rach. I must admit, but I'll work it out because it could be the Peterborough Koi Club as well. Again, they've got a fairly decent club going as well. Kelvin, you guys put a lot of time in to help pass on your knowledge. Thanks again. You're very welcome, mate.
Yeah.
You're probably Peterborough, St Ives, so that's North Cambridge, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll talk about that when you come in, Rach, no doubt. And even on Friday, maybe we could throw them out. What I will say is those people that tune in on Friday, why did I expect that? I thought I got away with it.
Free pom bomb.
I'll tell you what. I will throw you a free pom bomb in the bag with a fish. You wouldn't have much of one left. I'll throw you a free pom bomb in on the fish. Tune in on Friday. Our show has really taken off well. We're in episode 7, and I just want to thank everyone for that as well. Like always, guys. Alan Tate, possibly Essex.
Essex. Yeah.
We'll look into it. You're to be fair, you can join all 3 of them. To be perfectly honest, you don't have to be recruited into just one. It's what you blow your fish up with, Rach. It's beneficial bacteria that's in a bit of a gooey ball. I'll show you them when you come in, babe. So, Dave, thank you very much for.
You're welcome, buddy.
Coming on. Like I say, next one, Colin Holland makes a reference. Need to get Dave on the auctions as well. They're coming, aren't they, mate?
Yeah. But if you have one in between, if I'm not there at the moment to get one, if you have another one, I can come on and give you another hand. It's not a problem, buddy.
I was about on right. I'll put you in the corner now. I was about we help each other out.
Yeah. I don't mind. Yeah,
let's do that, mate. Right, I'm willing. And I'm going to drop a bit of a bombshell on Friday. Steve, don't worry, it's not on you or anything like that. But I'm going to drop a bombshell just to see what the comeback is. It'll create a good talking point. I'll tell you in a minute afterwards. So that's all from me, though, guys, because I haven't eaten and my belly thinks my throat's been cut. And no doubt Dave's got a beautiful wife to get back to as well.
Take care, all. Thanks.
Love you.